we're gonna switch. So what we'll do Legend of Dragoon.
Okay, let's talk The Legend of Dragoon then. This came out in 2000 for the PlayStation from Sony. As far as a publish, this is the other game you adore, and we'll give a little bit of a preview. That's going to be where it is, and wherever you want to stop, that's the case. And this is what's going to happen is 2 weeks from now. This doctor's coming with me. We'll fix the game. We'll make sure it goes. We'll have the finale, and I'll edit in the PSP footage.
Put it in.
Myself. All right, so The Legend of Dragoon. Here it is. It came out in 2000 for the PlayStation from Sony, who published and developed this. This came out around the time Chrono Cross came out from Square, along with Final Fantasy IX, which was also that year. So, and Vagrant Story, which was also.
There's a lot of good RPGs at the time.
Well, 2000 was a bumper crop year. I mentioned Skies of Arcadia earlier in the show. That was another great one as far as Dreamcast. Grandia 2, that's another fantastic one.
In that general period, there were so many classic RPGs that came out.
Yep.
Which is why I'm saying we'll look at this one because I could be here all day going, I wanted this and this.
Well, it's worth pointing out because before we put the disc in, it's worth pointing out the fact that we're showing this one. It is on 4 discs, by the way, 4 glorious discs. It's worth pointing out that I did ask, I said, which of these do you want to do? You said, I want to do Lunar as far as this over the Legend of Dragoon. I said, it's your choice which one you want to do. He said, I want to show this one specific. I said, fantastic, let's do it. But inadvertently, we're going to show the Legend of Dragoon. I don't know, Chad, if you ever played this, feel free to go. I played it because of him. I have to thank you for
Did you actually finish it?
I have not finished it, but I played it because of him because, as I said, this came out in 2000 on the PlayStation. It is also available on the PlayStation 3. You can download it for $6. It's also downloadable on the PS4 and the PS5 now, and if you bought it on PS3 like I did, and you have a PS4, PS5, you can download it free on the new system. But it's worth pointing out that you have digital manual only on PS3, and there was a severe bug that was in this game when they ported it to PS4 and 5 where there's a time button thing when it comes to its battle system.
All right.
It was not working correctly,
So
but
put
now
it in.
it is. Let's go. So,
all right.
More of a talk. As far as the sound level, this is going to be interesting because I'm doing this totally blind. We're totally riding without any safety net here. And it's something we can definitely come back to this game. We'll give you a little bit of a preview of the Legend of Dragoon.
This is more of it's. I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's more mechanically. This has a more mechanical difficulty.
Right.
So I don't really want to say there's too much. There's less to miss in this game. However, it's a little more mechanical. It has a more of a mechanical design.
And it is long. It's worth pointing out. This game is like 100 so hours. Isn't that correct?
I played 100 hours, but maybe can be done in 60 or 70.
Okay.
So basically, it's a really long game for its time.
You're getting your money's worth out of this game. No
it's
question.
like a Final Fantasy 9.
Exactly.
9 isn't that long.
9?
So I don't know.
Still 4 discs.
It's 4 discs, but I guess I don't know how long is that compared to this.
But
like
also,
60, 70.
What about all the side quests? Are we counting side quests or not? Because there's a good amount of side quests.
I've done a decent number of the side quests in 9. And, like, my run was still, like, sub-60.
Okay.
Sub-60 for sure. My first time through the game.
Well, I tend to play longer, but this is probably in the same scale as a normal RPG. Like, Lunar is much older.
But even still, it's worth pointing out, Lunar is going to be our longest play of any of the games we play on the show.
Well, I did like 40, but I'm saying you could realistically beat it in 30.
You've done more than 40.
We have 45.
We've done 8. We're gonna have 8 parts on this, so it's going to be.
I probably am milking it, but still, like, it can be done in 30. It can reasonably done in 30.
Yeah, fair enough to that. As we're seeing the beautiful cutscenes of this game, it's also pointing out one thing about this is that when this came out, there was a very mixed reception on this game. There were a lot of critical outlets, like Electronic Gaming Monthly in particular, not liking this game. Felt like this was Sony chasing after Final Fantasy too much, because that, I guess, goes to one thing maybe we haven't completely discussed, which is that when it came to the PS1 era, Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 in particular were so big, such huge games, Square's perspective. We showed Parasite Eve on the show as far as
Why did this get such... Why did this get compared so strongly to Final Fantasy?
Probably because from what I understand, I believe some of the people working on Final Fantasy Square were working on this. There are some similarities for certain things, yes, but of what I played of it, and feel free to talk about this as well.
Also, the graphics seem a bit, I don't know. It's rendering not like bad, but kind of like funny.
It's well, I don't know if maybe it's because we're running this with the different tech as far as using on the
It just feels like it's
PS1.
like emulated or something during that one part.
Well, it's a disc. It's fine. It's a physical version, so the emulation is
Okay.
impossible. There's no emulation going on this baby.
I don't know.
So yeah, feel free to show and feel free to leave this. And Nocturne, are you familiar with this game?
No.
Okay.
I
All
have
right.
no familiarity.
So
Show us what you got.
yeah, we'll go through blind.
Also, as we're pointing out this, do you want me to mute on cutscenes or just want to watch them as they are? Good pick. Okay, we will.
Great Commander, this way.
So, this is her. Indeed. Put her in custody. Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Who is she?
That is not your concern.
Alright, then we're back. So yeah, feel free to pro lead on this. He's the expert on this game for sure. So talk to us.
Okay, so we have an opening scene, and basically there's some soldiers. They're raiding the town, and they found this mysterious girl, and apparently she is important in some way, and they take her away. And then we're introduced to Rose, who is overlooking the mountain, and yeah, we'll meet her and see what she's about.
This game looks gorgeous. I'm gonna say that. Even when I first played this, wow, the art direction of this game really is impressive. And whilst it's loading, just one quick thing. It is somebody who's involved with Square is Yasuyuki Hasebe, who directed this, who actually has been a player on Super Mario RPG and Final Fantasy VI. So maybe that's.
I can see the Super Mario RPG aspect.
Which is also why I also kind of came to love this game. So yeah, all right, go on.
Chance of war more likely.
Yep.
It's just a rumor.
Running dual shock vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't turning off, by the way, with that analog button.
Oh, yeah, I'll change it in settings then.
Okay. You can either turn... Yeah, you have to go in the menu for it. The analog button is changing analog stick or not.
Alright. Answer us. Yeah, they probably had a lot of disc limitations for this game, but
You think so? I mean, fine, they had 4 discs, so I guess the idea of what... Well, go into that. What do you mean by disc limitations?
I mean, like, it had this... I feel like, yes, it's certainly better than, say, the blocky characters of, say, like, Final Fantasy 7. But you can clearly see the cinematics are gorgeous, but it's still... Like, this is good for this era.
I think it's great for this era.
But, you can still see a little bit of blockiness.
Yeah, but I mean, we played Parasite Eve, that's another one which has beautiful CG cutscenes that look like they could be on a modern console now, and it goes blocky there, but for PlayStation 1, I think this is state-of-the-art. Even for when it came out, this was state-of-the-art. And remember, I was a Dreamcast boy at the time. I had Dreamcast. Like, even as someone who was playing Skies of Arcadia and Gradius 2, I'm looking at this thing, man, this is impressive in terms of detail, the color, just the design of this. You know, Japan studio of Sony who devved this, who would go on and make tons of games for them. This is like an early one of theirs. And clearly, they had something on this.
Yeah, this was a late PlayStation 1 era game.
Yep. One that people really hold on to, and I get exactly why, but I played.
Dragon. But it's strange. That village could have been easily destroyed without a dragon. The village? Are you talking about Sellies? Then those soldiers were... There won't be anything left by now. Sellies is my village.
Okay. And who's this man?
This is Dart, and that is Rose, and apparently she is someone special for Black Gem.
Sure.
And so these two have some sort of relationship.
Yeah, to start, they kind of literally ran into each other, but I get the sense we see a lot more.
Let's just say it's coincidence or fate, or...
Well, we had that with Lunar to a certain extent, but also the case of when that kind of goes. Actually, in some ways, visually, I'm going back to the Parasite Eve thing. It's kind of like that in the sense it's a lot of period backgrounds, but I think it looks really nice. Oh, God.
So we start off. Basically, a war has started between these two kingdoms, and so we're Dart, and this is our village, and basically we took a few steps away from the village, and apparently we're now in the midst of a war. There's supposed to be a truce between both sides, and it didn't really go as planned.
Occupied. So yeah, Dart doesn't know this. He's just saying, hey, my village is on fire. What's going on? We're gonna fight. You're gonna tell us about this battle system.
Alright, so, okay, wait, I was about to say. Okay, so, basically as our attack, you have guard, which I believe heals you 10%, and then there's items. I think you have a maximum of 20 items you can hold, 20 stacking.
Each time? Oh, 20 of each kind.
Wait, is it?
Right. The other thing we do is we can look at
actually, no, I think it is 20 items total, yeah.
Okay.
Because then you can just stack, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, and there are some items where you can use to, as physical attack, it uses your essentially your, like, magic stat to, apply the damage, basically.
Yep.
And then there's also, healing, which I think is like 50% health or something. Yeah, 50%. Okay, as it says on the screen. Okay, so we're going to attack these. Right. And so, when the markers line up, then you just hit the X button, basically. And so everything's a timed attack, and you have combos, and if you get it right, then it increases, and you'll do more damage over the course of the game.
All you had to say to me, a sentence, by the way, when it came to this game was, it plays like Super Mario RPG. That's all I needed to hear. It's like, because you know how I love that game to death, but also the case that it kind of plays the same way, and it is fascinating what it's doing with it, but also that it's varying it up as far as some of the things, because it's kind of going into play You said it was like the spells and things too, yes, or just the physical attack?
Yeah. So there is like a button mashing aspect for the spells.
Okay.
I generally don't use items too much because you know they don't level up per se.
Right.
So it's kind of a mechanic that is there, but I don't feel like it's as strong, though it does carry some elementals. So if you happen to need a certain element, it can have its uses.
Okay. Because I think that's fascinating to kind of give the battles activity the way that they're doing.
Okay, so we're looking to figure out what happened, and we're told there was supposed to be a truce, but we're attacked anyway. A very sad scene. Only you can. God, this game is so sad.
But it's, I guess, a good kind of sad, right? The idea
Yeah.
you feel like we were talking. Buzz Spoon was mentioned this earlier.
Right,
the idea of
so-
that depth you sometimes get with something that you kind of get drawn in.
Okay, so you know what? We'll save. And do we have space?
I don't think so
We'll
because
put
you
it
have Lunar.
on. Yeah.
Find the one slot you have for Lunar
We're
is all
gonna
Lunar
put a
saves.
Oh, come on. Why is it not moving? There we go. Okay. And yeah, the menu has a very earthy feel to
I
it.
love it. I think it looks beautiful.
Wonderful.
Very atmospheric.
Yeah. Alright, let's save. Why not?
It's not formatted. Wait, do you have to format the segments? Maybe don't, just in case of what Lunar was.
Yeah,
Maybe go on
okay.
without saving.
That's fine. I think it only formats that one, but it's okay.
Just in
We'll leave it
case.
alone.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll leave it alone.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so, okay. So, as you can see, it takes me 2 out of 20 to level up, and I believe there's 5 levels for each section, and then there's a spirit, bonus. So, basically, let's see. And also the damage multiplier goes up as you level up
Okay.
each ability, and obviously you get more as you go through. Yeah. Equipment. I don't know, pretty standard RPG stuff. Attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense, attack rating, and evasion.
Is that what A hit, M
Yeah.
hit, and the other one below that
The
were?
AV.
AV. What's the AV?
I believe it's magic evasion and attack
Okay.
evasion.
Okay.
Okay, so. Alright. The voice, is that you, Dart?
Yeah, this is close, is it?
Yeah. It's about Shauna too. Return of Shauna. She was taken away. It seems Shauna was their primary purpose. So they attacked the village because of Shauna?
Okay.
Why?
Not sure. Yeah, clearly Dart is held driven to see what's going on here. Where's Shauna?
Prison.
Okay.
We specifically invited only that woman. You must be kidding. You attacked the village only to kidnap Shauna? Exactly. But don't worry. I'll let you follow them. Although not Delphina.
Yeah, the hell. Alright, fine. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna, have that happening. They're dying. Well, especially you with the controls on this.
Okay, so there's this indicator. So blue, yellow, and red determines how much health they have left.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I can get a rough estimate. I think it's like if they're below 50%, I think it's yellow, and then 25% is red.
That's a unique way to kind of read the enemy health, because sometimes it comes up as far as the game with this. Like, how can they tell how weak or strong they are? So this isn't telling you exactly, but it's kind of giving you at least a good barometer.
Yep.
Doing those button slashes perfectly.
And they get a lot harder.
Double flash. Here.
One more attack.
Double flash. Double flash. Double flash.
That looks smooth.
Alright.
And we have level 2.
Okay.
New edition, Volcano.
That's a new attack for him?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so Dart, he's been away from the town for many years. He went on his quest, and so he comes back to basically find his childhood friend kidnapped and his village burned.
Okay.
Great start.
Well, I mean, hey, talk about giving your motivation right away, saying
Yep.
that fine, throwing him right into the fire, and he's like ready to go. But yeah, he's going off. I was like, that guy kind of tilted his head, it's like, what? I was like, no, it was, I guess Dart's gonna do this.
Okay. So
As there is your movement. Actually, yeah, kind of like Parasitive as far as how the top-down view is, a little bit. And also like a lot of Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy 9, honestly, as far as its. Also, only two other things. He's controlling this perspective, but there's only two things I want to jump in on. One, I did tell Bloodsmith, just to let you know that, yeah, we're going to have the finale in 2 weeks instead of tonight. But also, whenever's a good time, let me know, because I would like to give at least to start the music they're due as far as who did it. But anytime you want me to tell, like, hey, I love this music, talk about who did it, let me know when.
for
This game.
this game,
May as well. Get the name
Yeah,
out there.
of course.
Whenever you're
Wonderful
set.
music.
Yes, okay, then you want me to do it now? Those are two names that went to this.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, the music in this game was done by two people, Takeo Miratsu, who did music for the Jumping Flash games. Actually, I like first mentioning those, both of them, Jumping Flash 1 and 2 for the PlayStation 1. He has worked on games in the Beatmania franchise. I don't know if you're familiar with that, of Konami's. It's basically a music game. You use this controller. It's like a DJ turntable. Specifically, Beatmania 2X 10th style. I think that's what it is. And also did music on Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn, which is on the PlayStation 1 as well. And the other person is Dennis Martin. The only other credit I found, though, for him, aside from this game, is actually in regards to a very famous case of it. He did booking manager of the voice acting in... you ever play The World Ends With You? Now, can you play that?
And so we start off with a tutorial.
I haven't played it, but I've watched the animated series.
Okay, how is that? And also-
I enjoyed it.
How much? Okay.
Yeah, I have it on DS. There's also modern console version. We can show it at some point. It's pretty good, actually. Yeah, Tetsuya Nomura did music for it. Who did music for? Did design the characters. So in the case of Kingdom Hearts and Parasite Eve. So there you go.
So yeah, this is a better explanation than I can do. So.
Go on. Yeah, go on. Talk to us.
And this is optional, by the way, but
Okay. May as well for the purpose of inadvertent demo. But hey, sometimes I like this kind of thing.
too early.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Oh, I guess it automatically switches too.
Okay. Switches. What do you mean?
Because that's the one I learned.
Okay.
Let's see, find now.
Yeah, and by the way, the white means when you get that, that's your best time.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it's you got the timing correct if it's white.
Okay.
Counterattacking.
All right.
So you can counterattack if you also get the timing right.
Okay. Oh, so okay, so they put the counterattack on the button.
Yep.
Okay. That's
Yep.
Cool.
Attack me, old man.
Yes.
Off too early. Wait, too slow? Yeah, too slow. Oops.
So basically, they chain buttons, so it's not just X button
Yep.
you're hitting, you hit square, circle, I should say, in this case as well, which is unique. I like that.
Yes. Go.
Oh, dang. Well, I got that one, but it's the last.
It's also worth pointing out, remember, when this came out on PS4 and 5, that button timing was broken. So, like, imagine this game without the button timing working correctly, and you realize how much frustration it was. And even on PS3, it works fine. Usually I had problems with that with, like, timing for something crap with Rapper and things like that, but now with this game, they did it right. They did fix it, thankfully, so yeah, if you are in a case of that, this is available for PS4 and PS5, so just go buy it right now, actually. Talk.
Alright, let's see. Okay, I think I explained the others enough.
Defense and additions. Were additions again?
Additions were the attacks you do.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can essentially combine attacks. So think of like Legend of Legaia, maybe.
Right. Actually, I was thinking. It's funny when we were going into this. I thought, I know Legend of Legaia, another RPG on PlayStation that's underrated, does that too. I don't know. Not can you play that one? Legend of Legaia.
No, I've only heard of it. I
Okay.
don't know anything about it.
It's a unique one. He introduced me to that one as well.
Yeah, I'm looking for something. Yes, there we go. Okay, so the Stardust, it's sort of a late game side quest item.
Okay. So this game has aspects of that like some other RPGs do. Okay. How'd you say the side quests are in this game? If you're gonna say.
There's not that many of them, but they serve its purpose.
I guess when it comes to games like this, what is your take on side quests? What are some of your favorites? Is this like one of them, kind of middle of the road? What would you say specifically that?
Probably maybe middle of the road, maybe slightly less,
Okay.
just because they tend to be simple.
Usually
But-
not a whole lot.
Yeah. Ow, getting knocked in the back. Be good in there. The world's future rests on her.
Okay.
That's it. That is enough information for you.
Okay,
Lest
yeah.
you do not grasp the value, should just do what the order says. I am not taking your orders. Only His Majesty Dole can order me.
I was gonna say, yeah, he has some guts, I guess, talking to this dude.
Anyway, you must remember this.
Oh, he's pushing back.
This is his message from Emperor Doll.
Okay. But fine, he's saying, like, don't get out of line.
And look at this.
Yeah, you're dead. Jesus. I also gotta be honest, what I like at this game is it kind of doesn't waste any time really getting stuff serious.
Alright. Oh, wait, so we go this way? Oh, okay. I forgot we have to go to this area first.
Okay.
Alright, so... merchant, I believe. Alright, and I want to buy something. Nah, I have plenty.
Okay. You know, thanks.
I think.
So yeah, it seems like, yeah, he's also talking to him. As you see, the little
Let's
rabbits.
see, do I have... Let's see. Okay, so... Oh, wow. It's more than I thought. Oh, but I am low health, though.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember if this game has... Oh, let's heal.
As well, like, inns or something like that?
Oh, yeah, there are inns. But I was kind of low health. Didn't realize... Yeah, actually, the level ups were giving me a health. So,
Okay.
I started with 30, and I doubled health. So, yeah.
Okay.
Another
There's
potion.
another one.
Okay, and the indicator, it's based on a movement timer.
Okay.
So, the more you move, the likelihood that you encounter a fight is greater.
That's where the red is then.
So there's no like collision detection or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just based on a movement chance. However, unlike say a Final Fantasy game where it's just random, this is based more on a movement probability.
Sure, and I guess also the fact you are seeing something on the map. I kind of like that indication of that a little bit. So and it's intended that way as far as this game, like Skies of Arcadia, where it wasn't a disc drawing on Dreamcast. Like, oh, that was.
Okay, and it didn't switch apparently.
Did switch what?
It didn't switch the additions.
Okay. So did it only switch that one because of like a tutorial fight?
Yeah. Okay, and if they're gonna give me potions like this.
I was gonna say, yeah. Is that the narrative to start on the Legend of Dragoon that we're getting potions left and right?
Yeah, I don't remember getting this many potions.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to think. I was like, wait, where do I was like, how do I heal in this game? Like, what's the... Apparently, potions.
I guess so. I guess it's been... Cause fine, we're playing Lunar
I think they are pretty cheap, though. I do remember they are cheap. Okay, so
Yeah.
this was a charm. So I believe this is... lowers the risk of encounter, which
Okay.
I generally don't use.
Okay, that's interesting to think. That's like, hey, if you don't like the idea of how random battles are, first
Yeah.
it seems like it's normal as far as how it is.
Yep.
So it's like not bad, but you can also use that. It's like, hey, reduce it. And I was like, I'll say this. The other thing I'm noticing, I kind of like the little arrow indicators. Like it tells you where you need to go. But sometimes the question, like, hey, you might be confused where you're going on the map. But like, where are you? And also, where are some of the exit points? Kind of a little thing, but I think it's pretty nice. And it looks visually nice too. It's not like,
What'd I
hey,
get?
it feels like it clutters it. You get some money.
Gil or gold or whatever. I don't know if it's Gil. It's probably gold. It's not a Final Fantasy, so...
Well, I mean, as I said, it was by an ex-person from Square who directed. As far as I also want to take a look at. Well, yeah, look at the manual as far as this, as far as do they call it it's gold or if it's something else. Just to get an idea. Yeah, I'll tell you, I miss instruction manuals to certain degrees as far as the modern games.
That thing has a lot of defense. 3 damage.
So look at the thing. This is a nice manual too.
Oh, yeah.
I also put a PDF link or a link to the
Okay.
PDF of the manual because damn, this is a beautiful read. And on PS3, I get to read it because it has a digital, which on PS4 and PS5 do not. It's worth pointing out.
Double flash.
so fine, it says right there, it's gold.
No gold. Okay.
Okay. At first, like, where is it in the manual? I was like, okay, fine, the screen also says, hey, it's in gold.
Oh.
So either way.
Okay. Wait. All right. So we are getting. Oh, I guess it's 50. Yes, 50%. So I might as well heal.
Okay.
No game overs. There we
Actually, how does that work as far as, like, do you just go back to the last time you saved if you get a game over or die in battle?
go. I think it's a standard like screen. I think it goes back to the main menu,
Oh, okay. One of those.
yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
but I generally don't get them. So
Well, hey, you know
I don't
this game
remember.
really well, I think.
okay, so let's see. So I came in from that side. Wait, this is where. Yep. Okay. So. There we go. Okay. At least I'm remembering the map.
No problem.
Yep. Double lash. Yep. Double lash.
Now, are critical hits a thing in this game, or is it?
I don't think so.
So it's basically all based around your button presses.
Yeah.
So it's basically almost entirely a skill game.
Yep.
Which is cool when you think about that for an RPG. For it, and this is kind of an era where we're starting to have, like, we played Shadow Hearts in the show. Shadow Hearts does it as well. It's like kind of wheel.
If you're worried about the file, you wouldn't happen to have a memory card.
I do have tons actually in my box. So it's like, okay,
I may wanna save.
Okay, yeah, if that's the case, we can definitely
with
do
the
that.
potion luck you've been getting.
Yeah, hold that for the purpose of it. So yeah.
Like I did intend to go through this and make a file at some point. Oh, and this is a flashback, by the way.
Yeah, I like how it looks visually because they kind of blur it a little as far as the color. They mute the color, but they also kind of accentuate the color too.
Leave Shauna alone. Flashback. That's wonderful they did there.
It's nice though because I think from what I'm gathering of this story, when I play to this, it seems like it's all the idea like he's as you say, he's been gone for a while. So why is he connected to Shauna? And the idea that this is the reason why. But I don't know. I kind of like the mood this game has of what I played of it myself.
Like as a character, I can kind of see where he's coming from, but
Sure.
the choices, without too much spoilers, the choices he makes are kind of. I wouldn't do it, but at the same time, I can understand why he does what he does.
Sure. I mean that we talked about this earlier. The idea of when it comes
That's
to
just a
story.
teaser.
But sure. But I mean,
Teaser.
we talked about this earlier when we were talking about Lunar, which is that when you come to like the way it goes to the character, the idea that hey, they clearly you say I don't want to do something like this if I was going to make a choice, but you'll get them like I understand why that character would do that action.
I
for
guess
whatever
like
reason it
compare
is.
that to say Galleon's. Like, yeah, he's kind of a bad guy. I wouldn't really.
Right.
I don't agree, but I can kind of understand.
Right, because the question is, we'll show next time fully. The idea is to mention, hey, they have the disagreement as far as Dine and him saying how we have to handle this. You could look at it and like, hey, maybe he's in the right. As far as Galleon, we know now as far as what he did, as far as it, but then that question of there is great shading. And if what I've gotten in this game, I get the sense this has it too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's overworld encounters too?
Yep.
Double lash.
Okay.
But they're everything's linear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't intend to actually play this pretty much linear, not do too much farming.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a little bit of a preview. We sometimes talk
It's
about
more of like a challenge because when I had gotten this game, well, I had bought it from a stepbrother of mine in the early 2000s, and he was really protective of it. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
So I eventually got my own copy, but yeah, it was over summer. I don't know, 2001 maybe or so.
pretty close to when it came out.
Yep. And yeah, basically I just played as much as I could.
And did you beat it over that period? Because I know you've beaten this game. But
I
don't know if
think
you
it
agree that you did.
was. I think it was the end of summer, and we had to go to school. Like, it was when school time starts, and I had like a week, so I wasn't able to beat it during that time.
But soon after.
Then I eventually got the game. I want to say probably not too far after, and then beat it.
Yeah, I get why, honestly, as far as what I played. In fact, my experience is, he told me how good this game was, and I said, it's on PS3, let me get this. I played it, I was like, yeah, this game's really good.
But the idea was essentially, so my stepbrother had he doesn't like leveling, and he said the game was impossible. He got to a point where he got soft locked because the battle was too hard.
Okay.
And so your healing is based on your percentage of health. Your attacks, I don't think it scales. It doesn't really scale. So if you're underleveled, it's a kind of a punishment.
Okay.
And he said, I don't think it was true, but he said that he got to a point where it was literally impossible.
Okay.
So the saving points, there was some unfortunate saving points. I can see where he's coming from, but it's more of a curiosity take of a no farming run,
Okay.
completely linear.
But I mean, I think if nothing else, I think it also speaks to how do you play RPGs, saying like, hey, I
Yeah.
want to get myself built up, I want to soak this world
It's
in.
more of
And soak this battle system.
yeah, it's more of a challenge, challenge run.
Sure. Or find maybe the case that then you come into the inadvertent one. It's like, hey, I don't need to do this, but then you realize
Yeah,
maybe
and
you do
so
need
what
to
we
load
have,
that.
so what we have here is they're bringing fish in for the Lord, and they had an action sequence where you just had to press the button to not be caught by the guard,
Which is cool.
and now we've not been spotted. We're gonna jump into the cart and sneak into the prison.
Mm-hmm.
And another great soundtrack.
That's the other thing. This music is fantastic. It's like even the people who made this had not massive credits. I do really think that there's a great sound to what this is. It is something that you totally. It fits for it. It's high quality. It really showing what the PlayStation can do that way. On top of, I think the game itself. Actually, by the way, to answer your question, you said, okay, where's memory cards? Let me get my box worked out of it. Just because. I knew I brought these for a reason. It's like I said, you always come prepared. You never know when something's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's an issue, but
It's
just
not.
to double check
Okay. I said
if you're concerned.
Well, fine. I also don't. Fine. You have two files as far as it, but I also don't want to do a case like, hey, 2 weeks from now, you're like, oh, I have to rush through this and like, get a case of that.
Oh, actually, yeah, I could transfer later, so I think I have others as well.
That's
But,
what's
yeah,
like,
just
hey,
temporarily.
we can
Okay,
do that.
cool.
And we'll run your PS2 to do that off screen only because
yeah.
mine's a little weird how that does it. But
All right. Okay, so we want to. Actually, can I? Since I'm in a save point.
Put it in. Take your pick on one.
Okay.
That's the controller port.
Fine, because remember, you're looking at the other PS2 models. Fine, it's sort of there as far as it. I should have space on it. If there's stuff that it doesn't have space for, yeah, feel free to just axe it.
Yeah. Okay.
Or is this one of those games that reads only on slot 1?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Well, it says not used, so is that? Okay, well maybe it went to 2 then.
Let's see. Slot 1. Okay, so it does take slot 1 defaulted. Okay, how do you want to handle this? If you want to do that, go ahead. Or you want to do a swap off on another card for this? Because yours is being read, I guess.
Probably best to swap the card.
As far as your ones, as far as like press the button, just change the thing for that.
Wait. Oh. Well, no. That's what I had done. It's on a different part of the memory card.
Okay.
So it's not. It shouldn't be formatting 1 or 2, which is where.
Okay.
Which our Lunar is.
Or do you have other ones that are formatted already that have saves on it that have space?
I will do that.
Okay.
Just because of paranoia.
Well, just to make sure, as far as it, I guess, but anything else. What are you thinking, by the way, Nocturnal goes and does that? What are you thinking of the Legend of Dragoon experience to start on this one?
I mean, it's a little too early for me to really say anything.
Well, I guess your first impressions, because you said you've never seen this game before.
Yeah, this
No.
is my first time
Okay.
seeing it. So I'm, like, it's really too early for me to form an opinion.
Mm-hmm. But I guess it's something that you'd look at this like, hey, I dropped 10 bills
I
of
can
this.
just take it out, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'd say, is this a game you'd be willing to drop 10 bills on PS5 before? Because you can get it there. It's about 60, 70, 80 bucks on PS1. It's not horrible, but it's gone up. People do want this, and I get why. I would say it is probably worth the money if you're like, hey.
I haven't touched this in so long.
curious.
Watch like, it'd be funny if this had other things on it.
We can also see at the end of the show, what does it have on it?
Curious.
Sam, don't turn your power off. There you go.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. Also makes it easier in your case, so like, hey, you can hold on your way
Yeah.
of it as well.
All right, so we're gonna move on. Cool. Burn out, which is a fire attack. Okay. Another merchant. I've discovered. You got startled.
I had a question. When you walked over the save, it made a sound. Do you have like a recovery or something when you walk over the save?
Don't think so.
Okay. I'm not sure if it's like that or it's like Final Fantasy where you like use a 10 or something on that or can use a 10. Or
Oh
something.
no, there's no tents.
Or, I don't know. Yeah, either way as far as it. I just noticed that sound to it.
Yes.
Oh, oops. I missed. Oh well. My first miss.
I mean, no one's perfect.
Yeah, it's fine.
And he said also remember, like, fine, he's pulling this game out pretty much off of a whim. Because I don't think any of us expected, hey, we're going to be showing this. But I'm glad we are, because it means that, hey, we got to look at something.
And
different.
so when they're hurt, they have more likelihood to cast.
Okay.
So that's what that was.
Yes.
So basically.
So they get desperate.
Okay, so this game is designed around the fact that they'll take their little health into account to say, oh, they might do something a little more drastic. That's cool. So it means, like, yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta make sure that, hey, you're slashing them apart, but also that, hey, they can take advantage of the fact that, yeah, they're almost on the ropes.
I'm just a little man. Be quiet. I'm gonna kill you. Okay. And my health is good. Good enough. Actually, just in case. Oh no. Okay. I'm looking for items up here.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. This is the way forward. Oh, wait. Item repair. Oops. Okay, I don't remember something up here. By the way, I think you come here twice, so I am mistaken.
Okay.
And let's just kill him.
Okay. I like the idea that I guess they're putting stealth in this, like, hey, if they see you, you get into the fight.
Yes. Double.
Besides, like, early levels are kind of important.
More, I'd say, in this game than in other ones?
Well,
More, you say?
Comparatively, because they give you a huge, like, I'm giving like 30 health, maximum health per level, right?
So there's a massive percentage
Yes,
increase.
exactly.
In HP and
Yep.
So in that case, pretty much fight everything you can to start.
Yeah. that would be, I guess fair. Like the first few levels of Lunar were kind of important as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess then, would it be? I guess it'd be those two. As far as what's a game you'd say where it isn't really? I mean, I guess it depends on what it is.
I would have to think of one, but those just come to mind as, once you're past level 5, it doesn't matter nearly as much.
Well, Nocturne, what about you? What are some RPGs you think like, hey, it's either important or not important that you've played that come to mind for you as far as being able to kind of get ready?
Yeah,
Like that?
most that I've played, I would say it's really important to get some early leveling.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the percentage gains at that point, like at low levels, are like it's a massive increase.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe 8 for not as important.
Final Fantasy 8, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't have a traditional level system that I do now.
Double slash.
Which maybe is why nowadays it seems like there's kind of a little bit of a sort of mixed reception on that one too, but also something to find it's kind of the different one as far as you find they went different, that's for sure.
And I'm pretty sure everything like hardcore scales on that as well.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like I haven't actually played 8 yet, beyond some testing when we were going over the discs.
Yeah, because you have it on the PlayStation as well, am I right about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I downloaded the Switch version, which unlike the ones of Final Fantasy 7 and 9, 8 got treated fine. 8's fine on that. It's like, there you go. Fine, 8 may be seen as the game that people don't like as much as 7 or 9, but when it comes to its remastered version, that was the one that got treated well.
I've heard that the 8 remaster actually looks really nice.
It does, and like, even on Switch, because sometimes there's a question like, hey, how's that going? But yeah, it seems like from what I've played of it so far,
Okay,
it seemed to be a pretty good case of itself.
How did I guess I got that item later. Also, as opposed to the forest, this one has, this area has, collision detection.
Okay.
So instead of I can run in circles with no consequence.
Yeah, I noticed that you weren't having any random battles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
for,
Yep.
for a certain definition of random.
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting in-between, I'm noticing, as far as that. I mean, it is random, but it's also kind of not in some ways. It's almost like Chrono Trigger a little bit.
Yeah,
also
it depends on the area.
Also, Grandia 2 kind of does something similar as far as how it is.
Yes. Double slash.
I love how that looks. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I mean, it feels like, hey, this game maybe looks chunky or something. I don't know, I think this game looks really good as far as PlayStation 1 is concerned. And also the art direction just is impressing me so far of what I've seen of it, but what I've played and also what you're showing right now. But maybe as far as RPGs, it seems like a lot of RPGs of that time, just in general, tend to do art direction really well. To kind of get you a sense of, like, draw you into their world, because that's the whole point to a certain degree. But even for this one, like, I'm not looking at this, maybe like at the time other people were saying, it's like, hey, this seems derivative of Final Fantasy. Like, I think this feels like its own beast.
So I got a level 2. You know what? Let's continue. Let's get another level of the basic one, because it's easy.
I was over here rubbing into him. He's like, he didn't notice until he turned around. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. There's something I'm feeling. He's like, I don't know what it is. And I was like, oh, that. What's that about?
Yeah, so I guess they have to collide with you. You can't collide with them.
Which is, I mean, I guess that's an interesting thought, because you think, like, okay, maybe that would be something eventually Paper Mario would put into play, which is the idea of back attacks on enemies. Or on you.
Okay, these bringing everyone down to low health is kind of hurting me.
Yes. Double slash.
It is boosting my double slash quite a bit, though.
Sure, I mean, I guess that's maybe, how you want to run this. You want to make sure that you get your abilities raised up enough in level before you go to another one. Or kind of, I guess, try and balance between them.
Yeah, I guess I'd probably want to balance between the two.
And I guess, question, are you able to switch between abilities in battle, or do you have to be out of battle?
Out of battle.
Out of battle, do it, okay.
So I guess the longer I wait, the more I'm well, I'm thinking, yeah, the more I'll be punished.
I mean, I don't know, also, since you have the volcano thing, are there elemental elements in this game, too? So, like a weakness order, stuff like with Lunar.
That, I believe that is not elemental.
Okay.
I think there's elemental weapons, though, but not...
Okay.
Double flash.
2 points shy.
I know. It's always the case, you're almost there, but it makes it that much more satisfying when you do get there, eventually.
Leather jacket, nice.
Yeah, we're gonna look spiffy now.
Oh, wait, what?
What's up?
Oh, he can't. Oh, he's using leather armor. Oh, okay, it's not for him. Angel's Prayer. Interesting. Angel's
up?
Prayer. Isn't Angel's Prayer in Lunar as well?
I don't know. Let's take a look.
Isn't that the,
I know this is the Angel's Cheer. Let's take a
Oh,
look.
Angel's Tear.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's something. We can take a look.
Never mind, I'm mistaken.
Well, I don't know. You might not be mistaken. You might be correct. Let me.
I'm thinking Angel's Tear.
Yes. Double flash.
Find Angel Cheer, Angel Ring. Let's see. At the very least, I can get an answer for that.
Double flash.
Yeah, you're right. I just want to confirm that specifically.
Yay, level up.
Awesome.
Would it be worth switching over to Volcano at this point? Or
Well, once I max it, like, it can only be leveled up so much, so it will get diminishing returns, but I guess from, like, a completionist standpoint. Like, I'm basically getting 2 additions, I'm basically, like, farming them.
Okay.
Like, I guess in theory, both of them are maxed, assuming that I, played decently.
Question is there a different max level based upon the skill?
I believe they're all 5. Okay, so
Okay.
I got the 2 items in there. Yes. So I can. I do like the addition that you walk when you walk by it. It does have that sound.
Okay. So it gives you like a hint that hit
Yeah.
something there. That's cool that way. So I mean, it's sometimes these little things like, hey, wait, other
Yeah.
RPGs might not do this.
All right, so now my healing potions are even stronger because levels.
well, because percentage heals are really nice.
Yep.
Yeah, and Lunar had that as well, as far as how it was, which was interesting to see that. So I guess fitting this came up as far as this game.
Move quicker.
Okay, so that's who Frugal was, the head warden. Okay.
Oops. Venus, the monster. I don't really realize anymore. Oh, feisty.
Hey, wait a second. Is that what's the thing as far as warden? What's that icon?
What the hell?
Huh.
I don't know. Is that part of the game by
Glitch.
default?
It's a glitch.
I'll put the PS3 version up I've got because I'm sure emulation of this. See, is it in that as well? Okay, wait, we got it specifically, which also goes. I want to ask a question on thumbnail for the part. Should it be the baby crying, or I don't know, your choice on what you want the
that's
thumbnail.
I don't know.
And also feasibly, if you want me to like mix it, because since we're looking at this game as well, I can have like half of Lunar and half of the Legend of Dragoon.
It's up to you.
No, it's your choice. Like your game. It's your part of this.
I haven't thought anything yet.
Okay.
I'm just a little disappointed we didn't get through it, but that's all right.
Well, as I said, what we'll do is in 2 weeks we will come back. I'll have my disc doctor ready. We'll come a little earlier. We'll make sure that we can get it set and make sure it works. It's like, hey, we did it with Metal Gear Solid as well. And it's also pointing out, unlike when we played Metal Gear Solid, that was when I was going around my old tech, so we couldn't actually just switch off something else.
But it's all right. It's all right swapping because like the last 2 days I was catching up. So
Sure.
I was up to like 7 a.m. Like,
That's dedication. See, that's why we have our guests as far as the best guests in the show. They will put their heart and souls into the show as it is. Because they love what they're doing as far as, and they love the games they want to show. Or at least saying like, hey, this is interesting. We want to expose this to people. And so that's that idea.
It was like work and then.
Right. So.
And then all night playing.
So in this case, also like, fine. You got an element of going on Lunar, but now at this point, it's like, fine. Let's take a look at one of my other favorite RPGs.
Alright, so Lavitz.
Okay.
And he is doing a jailbreak.
Tonight there's gonna be jailbreaks up in this town. Actually, okay, it's fitting also we're doing this because actually I think we mentioned on one of the Lunar parts, we mentioned Lavitz, or you mentioned Lavitz, I should say, and I put a picture of him in the edit. It's like, fine, here he is in all his glory. Again, we planned this show, I swear to God.
Probably because the unfortunate disc problems.
Well, for what? The fact that we jumped to this, or the fact like why do we reference Lavitz when we played Lunar?
Oh,
You said there's a character I think there's like Lavitz in that.
yes, disc 2.
Disc 2 of this
Disc
game.
2 this game.
Disc 2 of this one, gotcha.
That's what I'm referencing.
Gotcha. Okay, I had to clarify that because like, fine, we got 2 discs on Lunar. It's like, wait a second, is it that or is it this game? But all right.
I'm gonna kill him first.
All right.
Shit. I missed. Also, how did I get 5 points of damage even though I missed?
Maybe the level up?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so well, I guess because even if you miss, it does still. There's cases where it will still do damage.
Okay, so 1 hit is 5. The other 7.
Gotcha.
Also,
okay.
ouch. It only does 4 damage though.
Okay. What's Lavitz's element as far as his battling elements? What can you tell us about that?
Okay, so everyone has an element. Obviously, Dart is fire, and Lavitz is, it doesn't affect the game right now, but later on, Lavitz is, I think, sort of like, it's not, like Earth? Not Earth. Actually, no, it would be Earth because someone else is, it's like a green. Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
poison green type color.
Okay.
Double slash.
So just say Earth, I guess.
Fair enough.
Alright, new party member.
I think we found someone who's going to be of help to us.
Yep.
And also, I guess one other quick question to ask: do they scale level based on when they appear in your party, or how's that work? Did they scale the Dart or whoever your other characters are?
Scale.
Because it's showing him at 3. Or showing Lavitz at 3 now.
I'm not sure.
Okay. I don't know if it's one. It's not one of those games where it starts you level 1 each time you get a new character. Is it? It doesn't look like it is
no,
decent
no, no.
Lavitz.
I don't think it's that bad.
Okay, thank God. Fine. The guy who did the battle stuff for Super Mario
It's
RPG
not,
did this,
say,
so fair enough.
like, I think the worst case I can think of is, Final Fantasy IV, where you kept getting job changes and you started back
Yeah.
at level 1.
I was that or telling another story. That was another. As far as what we played in the show before, that's the case where that happened. I mean, even if it's a case where, yeah, you could sort of mitigate it with one battle, so it's the case that if anybody breathes on any of the Sailor Scouts, they're dying. As far as a level 1, like, oh shit, I want to make sure that I can survive this, so I can at least fight it of the day.
Okay, so he got imprisoned, and, he's doing jailbreak, and is getting back to his castle.
Okay. And Dark's blaming himself for this, huh? Alright, because he wasn't here. Not that easy to go through alone, after all. So our goals are the same. Good question to ask, actually, as far as Dart's concerned.
So I guess he's kind of like a Tempest.
Yeah, yeah. I think that might have been one of the concepts you were mentioning with Lunar. Hey, he sees what he can do in battle.
He's very loyal. He's very loyal, and if you're a good fighter, he trusts you.
Sure. I mean, I think because look, we could have easily ran away and said like, fine. As far as like the narrative's concerned, we could have like, fine, we're gonna just do our own way. But he's like, no, we're kind of staying. He sees that. Kind of subtle, kind of the way they.
I don't know, kind of a bit of honor, I guess.
Yeah, but I think it fits.
Poke, 2 damage.
Harpoon!
Good. Didn't get a chance to attack.
Yes! Double lash!
So wait, did that like stun him or something when you did that?
No, I just went before he did.
Okay.
So he couldn't get his spell off.
Okay, so just the turnarounds. I guess because you're taking what speed into account.
Not sure. Yeah, because what I was worried earlier was essentially I was doing so little damage, it is putting them in critical, so it would always do 7 damage.
Sure.
And so now I'm not being punished for it.
Okay.
But of course, it's easier to level up easy editions than it is
Sure.
the harder ones.
Alright, so yeah. Okay, somebody's dead here.
Yep. There's no click. Ah, there.
Poor thing, yeah.
Doing the same thing as in Lunar. Click on everything.
I would say that the mobile version adds the, hey, can you click on this thing icon, which is helpful, for sure. But like, yeah, where is it? It's not here.
Fool.
They're like, yeah, you turn your back on me, now you have to die.
Oh, and those guards, they just kind of roam every once in a while. They just periodically.
Okay.
I think it's an infinite. Let's see, come on.
Harpoon! Yes! Double lash! Harpoon! Yes! Double lash!
I kind of like the idea of a more skill-based RPG from like the PS1 era.
Yeah, I mean, I guess then, aside from The Legend of Legaia, what are some other ones that did that aside from that and this?
Well, I mean, this is the first one I'm really aware of.
Okay, probably you. Was there anything else that we're thinking
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Let me think about that. Yeah, you know, honestly, now that I think about it, I think it might just be those two that I know, specifically. The Final Fantasy games weren't like that. So Final Fantasy Tactics wasn't like that. Well,
I mean,
Well,
like
Tactics
Final
is-
Fantasy
is-
is a different type of skill. Final Fantasy and Final
Right.
Fantasy Tactics are different types of skill. Like you still need to know
Okay.
Yeah.
what to do when, but
Sure.
this one is also about like timing.
Yeah.
right. As far as that, I mean, fine. The closest thing I can think of that would be, aside from these two, the two legend elements, as far as Dragoon and Legaia, would sort of be Parasite Eve. But Parasite Eve, as I mentioned to you, Nocturne, is more like Mega Man Battle Network in the sense that you're making selections for it in your free movements.
Wait, actually, no. This isn't the only one I'm aware of. Of course, Super Mario RPG.
Right.
Of course.
Which is like right when the PlayStation was sort of starting to make its rounds.
Yeah. But yeah, Super Mario RPG absolutely has a skill element.
Sure.
This clearly has a skill element.
I was like that detail, like kind of jumping over the boxes.
Yeah.
It's also the case, like, fine, you can actually do that in other RPGs. Like, I can't get up there, but, like doing something weird.
I like those little like mini puzzles.
Yeah, I do. It's neat. That's another kind of
And
interesting
what did I
twist of
get?
something like
I was
that.
so occupied by,
The jump.
yeah.
It's fun to look at.
What was, it was probably a potion, right?
I think so.
It would have had to be a potion. Well, I didn't jump for joy, so it must have not been much.
Mm-hmm. Which is something. That one thing I'll say then to go to what you said, Nocturne, that way is that is interesting to see this because look, we've talked the idea that there's so when it came to
Okay,
consoles
so-
at this time, PlayStation was the console for RPGs, and it's interesting kind of looking back at some of these. As far as some ones are kind of on the outskirts, this one wasn't exactly because this did sell pretty well. You're seeing on the copy he has a greatest hits copy of this, which means it sold at least 400,000 units. As far as how much it sold, I think it's probably sold a million. Yes, but it's also something that, with so many choices, it's always that question of what did companies really do to kind of differentiate it, and also I guess stand out against. Especially when Final Fantasy VII came out and showing like Square is here on this console and the other stuff they had. So what can they do to stand out? I mean, Square themselves doing that stuff like Xenogears and Varsity and Brave Prince of Versace. That's another one that's kind of a little bit of a hack and slash one. That's a really good one. But then other companies, you think of some of these other things where maybe at the time they were kind of question of they might have went unappreciated in their day. So in that case, it's good to kind of maybe bring the light out to them. With stuff like The Legend of the Guy, which I think is deeply underrated. Guardians Crusade, which is by Tamsoft, which I know
Oh, yeah.
also have that. And then also...
That's another one I can show off.
Yeah,
She
also...
wasn't here.
Also, what's the other one I'm thinking of? One of my gaming regrets, I'll say this, which was Thousand Arms, which is by, I believe it was Sims who developed it. Who was involved with Shadow Dancer. But it's kind of Lunarish in terms of how it looks. It's like a dungeon crawler, but it's also kind of a dating game. In the sense, like, you're kind of trying to get with the girls in the game. It's a case where I bought it from my video store, my local video store, but they only had disc 2. I didn't realize they didn't have disc 1. I was like, where's disc 1? It's like, we don't have it. So I made the stupid mistake of, let's give it back to them and get my money back. But I was like, just go on eBay, get the first disc now. But that's a case of it. And fine, alright. I'll tell you also, one of the most underrated RPGs on the PlayStation, and also it's worth pointing out, this is going to be the next RPG we play for this channel.
You want to do this one?
Not this one, no. The next RPG we're playing is going to be Rhapsody Musical Adventure for the PlayStation, which is another one that also got lost in the shuffle. Actually, fine, that came out the same year this did. Actually, it's worth out. So, a lot of big stuff, because that came out actually like a couple days after Perfect Dark came out. I have a PlayStation, so I was playing that specifically, but that was another one, actually very much like Lunar in terms of how some of the styling is, but with the battle system almost like a Final Fantasy Tactics or a Shining Force. More simple, yes, but also some things it's doing there. Kind of turning the screws a little bit on where you expect with the genre, but also with other stuff with its story. And something I came too late as well, specifically.
Get
so
them before
that's
they
the
make
idea.
a noise.
I think we already made the noise point our weapons up.
That's kind of the funny thing is we're doing a jailbreak and we're telling them not to make noise.
Mm-hmm.
Irony.
I know. But we can clearly handle it. Or fine, you can clearly handle this.
Yes! Double slash!
Come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's... No! Nice defense, though.
Yeah, right now they're not doing much damage, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's gonna change.
Yeah, weren't they doing... I think it's because Lavix has just more magic defense, that's all.
Okay.
Yes!
But even, I don't know if... I don't even know if you've had like hits going on that have been double digits yet. Or if I missed that.
No.
Yes!
Oh, come on! Missed twice in a row.
Oh, he's dead either way. But still, I get that idea.
Harpoon!
yeah, it makes it a lot easier just to go one at a time.
Yeah. Well, especially with the way the way they start using other stuff more at the lower their HP.
Yeah. So I'll get like comfortable with one and I'll switch to another.
Okay.
So like switching back and forth, would make it harder. Hurry up, the guard is coming.
Alright, so here's Shauna.
I'm here to rescue you. Huh?
Oh, she doesn't remember who he is? Or yeah, at this point, 5 years? Okay.
Yeah, so he's been away for 5 years.
Okay. But how could I forget? Of course, she's knowing that you got
Hurry up, the
strength.
guard's coming back.
Yeah, bye-bye, cell.
Yep.
I mean, it's a nice looking cell as far as just the
Oh, yeah.
visual element. It's like, fine, we don't want to stay in there.
The girl's bringing up. Now we have an RPG party.
Okay. Oh, she's gonna fight with you now.
Oh, I guess
Not
not
yet.
yet.
Harpoon! Yes! Double lash! Harpoon! Yes! Double lash! Yes! Double lash!
You sure like attacking rockets. It's been like the focus.
So he's able to take the
Yeah,
dimension.
yes.
Actually, one thing just to go back, you're saying as far as the abilities here. So she's like, hey, you want to feasibly maybe focus on as many as you can at a time. But also the question, like, fine, you're focused on double slash when it comes to dart. When it comes to Volcano, the fact that you have a second party member, is that going to be able to help it in the sense that you can at least mitigate that by building up dart as you have Lavitz cover?
Yeah, that's sort of the idea. Is
Okay.
essentially if I focus fire one, obviously I'm splitting the amount of actions between, but also I'm taking
Okay.
less damage.
So it does give it a nice strategy that I think is interesting. And unique because of the way this game's operating.
So we're not having a party apparently.
But you are coming with us feasibly.
Yep. And conveniently, there's a bow just sitting right there,
Mm-hmm.
and she's legal now.
Alright, I can fight now too.
He did say she's 18.
Just did. Although fine, given the Japanese element, she was legal a long time ago as far as age. And it is worth pointing out, speaking of Japan, this was a Sony's Japan company made this game. I believe, although I'm not completely sure, this was one of the earliest games they made. As far as they made tons of stuff over the years. Okay, fine, it's not one of the earliest games they made, but they've made some big stuff as far as PlayStation stuff like Outlaw Golf. Actually, they made Metal Gear Volt, which were designed and published. Stuff like Devil Dice, the Ape Escape games, and also Fanavision. And actually, they were sort of involved with Dark Cloud a little bit, although that was more of a 5 deal as far as it was.
But her age is kind of a plot point.
Okay.
So I'm kind of snarking about it at the same time. does affect the story a bit.
And after battle broke out.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Yeah, he's not living probably long, I don't think.
You
I
like
love
the
that
red
detail. Okay, he dropped him off. Okay, that's even better. But I love the animation, honestly, on this. You bastard, don't let them out alive. He seems very intimidating, not just as far as like how his big stature and design is, but he's like
He's just callous. He has no disregard. He's just like, I'll drop him off the edge.
It's kind of quick, honestly, how it happens. I kind of like that. Even just thinking, he'll grab him by the neck and then just like just move quickly, like boom. It kind of almost happens just like that.
He doesn't
Works.
even like hesitate. He's like, should I do this? It's like, nope, you're worthless to me.
Boom.
Dead.
Yeah.
Get that one. That was a red.
You must dry everything else red with your blood. Okay, yeah, he's not screwing around. He seems also like the villain you love to hate. Am I right about that?
He's a good villain. Alright, so, you know what? You came in on me too quickly. You die. So she got the bow, she can join the party.
Okay, so here's Cells as far as fighting. So what about her as far as combat? Or Shanna, I should say. Shauna.
You said Celeste?
No, I was saying Celas because I was thinking about where
From
she
the
came
town.
from. The
Oh,
town.
yeah.
I was also thinking Celas from Mystery Bakers on Nintendo 64. But, yeah, fine, that was my upload. So what is Shauna? What's her deal as far as
Alright,
battle?
so she doesn't, at the moment, she just has a bow. No additions. It's sad.
Okay.
So she can only kill things. Her main thing is make sure that they actually. That's early. Some good early game. Early game damage though. 5 points.
Okay. So she has to get abilities that you can use to time it. I get you.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't. Wait. What? She
What's
took 2 attacks in a row.
Is she like the fastest of these three?
Don't think so. But. Jeez.
Might be worth checking.
Yeah. But in terms of damage, her damage falls off. So like at this point, I probably would be using Volcano more, and you'd be doing a lot more damage. So her damage is not high, and she doesn't have additions either. So like she does have utility, but she is kind of a weaker party member, which is I don't know. Too bad, because she's kind of a main character in the game.
Okay, fine. I guess to answer the question, then they bring them in at the same level that Dart's level is. So
Yep.
fine, because Dart's at 4,
Looks like
Shannon's
it.
at 4, or Shauna's at 4.
Nice catch. Okay, so I'm gonna check the cells. Perfect. Only some money. Alright, cool.
Cry the dead. Oh, we won't let that happen feasibly to start.
Wait, what? The tour of the cell. Okay, so it's Shauna's cell, and we are out.
I really like the flyer, honestly, as far as that, the way the effective that is. Looks really nice.
And, okay, we've seen him twice, I'm okay.
Yeah, he's in our way.
Yep. And then we're gonna get out of the jail.
Okay.
Enough playing with these. Yeah, I may want to check.
Check what. Where speed.
Shauna's speed, yeah.
Take a look and see if there's any indication. In that case, I can also be on added duty as far as this. Fine, I'll bet it anyway as far as the show, but also get some speed answer.
Okay, well, at least this time she didn't get 2 attacks at once. So.
Okay, well, I guess we're glad that happened.
She doesn't have additions, so. So that's what I wanted. Just pick off the ones with red.
Okay, so yeah, Shauna's speed is 65, tied at Miranda's for the second highest in the game.
Okay, so she is fast.
Okay. In that case, I'm glad we saw that.
And I'm guessing probably next is probably Rose, maybe?
After Shauna?
Yeah.
I guess so. Do you want me to look?
If you wish.
Okay, the only reason I'm
Since
saying...
you have it up.
Okay, the only reason I'm saying... Was it Rose?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Oh,
Oh, actually, wait. Or Maru. Maru's pretty fast.
let's take a quick look at that again.
It's a guess.
Okay, I'll take a look at what I looked back. This is coming from the Legend of Dragoon wiki, as far as how it is to get the elements. Fine, so just go back to that quick as far as it's... Todd Moran's second highest. Speed is lower than Maru's at 70. And you said it was... Who else was it? Who was the person who said
Rose and Maru.
Maru and Rose, gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that. Okay, so Maru's speed, let's take a look at that.
An item I think I missed. I think I get that later. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, Maru's speed is 70.
Oh, it's static, right?
The first of 5 attributes that are only affected by items and not leveling.
Okay.
And the other character was Maru and who else was it?
Rose.
Rose, okay. Alright, just remember Metal Gear Solid 2. Just remember Metal Gear Solid 2. In my case.
Okay, that's gonna bother me because I know I used to get that item.
Is it something that you have to maybe... Oh, wait a second. That maybe loops around? Is there another entrance to
I
get
know
over
there's
there
a
for
loop
that?
around, but I'm trying to remember how.
I mean, probably go back there.
Oh, you know what? It's okay. That's the beginning. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, to answer your question quickly, Rose's speed is 55.
Oh, okay. So not quite as high. So you're the one with the red armor acting like a prince.
We could say it's burgundy, it's not red technically, but like, no, fine. Like, you can't fool me.
So trivia. Glad I added the new one of annihilating Sellies. Of
So
course.
he did, so basically he went the
He got
next
bored.
step. Alright. And he's like, yeah,
Unforgivable.
yeah, you're not living from that, feasibly.
And the first actual boss because
That commander isn't really a boss.
Alright,
I guess
well-
technically give it boss music, but come
Okay.
on.
Here he is, here's Frugal. So what do we do with him?
Alright, so we're gonna focus by the little guys.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming we get rid of the mooks first.
Yep. Pretty standard RPG stuff.
Yes! Double lash! Harpoon!
Ooh, wait, he did 9. So he must have got a upgrade. A dish upgrade.
Oh, he calls in more?
Yeah, but there's only so many.
Okay. I was like, it's not like an infinite thing, is it?
Nope.
Double
Or else you just focus fire the boss.
harpoon!
Dang, I missed Pinky.
ouch.
Wait, is that when he's dying he does that?
Um,
Christ.
I think it's wait. kill him without that.
Okay.
We're still fine though.
Yes! Double slash!
Ooh, only 2. Okay, come on. Wow. Still blue? Oh well, we make it the same problem.
Harpoon!
4?
He
No, 9?
used an ability that I think boosted
Oh,
some stats.
you're right.
So it's also a defense buff that you got from power up.
Alright, so Shauna needs to start using.
Yes! Double slash!
Come on. Okay, so she does healing.
I mean, good news is, yeah, he's not going after Darkshana. Because clearly, Labs can take a hit.
Harpoon!
He's getting the strongest hits off, but yeah, you have to just. So you
Well,
chip
I'm
damage.
basically farming on this guy.
Yes! Double slash!
I should like thank him.
I was like, ugh. Okay, so I'm curious then, as far as when this happens.
Oh,
Okay,
Jesus.
fine. That's his, fine. I guess that's his I'm dying attack because he went ugh.
Yeah, I think you can kill him, like,
Without
straight
doing that?
up. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's just really low and he just commits suicide.
Yeah, I guess so. Which is weird because he threw stuff at you, but I don't know.
Okay, I think I have enough. Okay, let's see heal Lavix.
Ow.
Now he's starting to do damage. Great.
Yes! Double slash!
Yep. Shauna would be our killer.
Harpoon!
Yeah, we're switching after this.
Switching to.
Switching to additions.
Okay.
The damage is feels pitiful. Okay, so damage. Okay, so we have none of these. Okay, so she has the strongest like special, so she's meant to be a caster.
Is your burnouts an attack?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if I should be using. Nah, I don't. I'll just attack. She can be bait.
Actually, she's taking I think less damage on this than Dart is. As far as even that.
It was a different attack, right?
No, when they did the grab, I think you like 20
Huh.
points on it.
Interesting. Maybe it's a random. Weird.
I don't know. Let's take a look. I guess if he does it again on Dart, we'll see what the damage output's gonna be.
Okay. Well, I have nowhere healing anyway, so it's just some extra points of damage.
Okay, let's see now. Okay, no, never mind. It was a little off by 2, so
Okay.
15. So fine. He's not as bad as Shauna's damage.
Yes! Double slash!
Okay, we're making progress.
Harpoon!
She lives. Yes.
Yeah, 5 points.
Yes!
Only the last 18 matters.
Yep, that's the idea.
Also, question: is this a case where if she's dead on the field by the end of the battle, she doesn't get experience?
I think it goes to. Well, I'd rather the experience go on those two anyway, but yeah, I think it shares a collection.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I remember that it takes a pool and it divides up among the party members.
But is it also amongst party members who are still living, or would it count Shauna if she gets knocked out?
If she gets knocked out, it doesn't go to her, but I'd rather the experience goes to other two.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, min-maxing.
Double slash.
Also, I have no potions anyway, and... Oh, good, only 5 damage, nice.
As a question, did you say the blocking can recover health, or is it something else?
Yeah, blocking also recovers 10%, but I'm just running through, so... Yep,
Got him.
okay.
And Shauna lives.
Perfect. Good job.
It would be awful if, you know, I go all this way to rescue her and then she dies.
You get the Night Shield. And I'll go all those healing potions.
300
Good job.
experience. Okay, so that was what? That was 300 total, and it divided up 100 for each, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
that the numbers make sense.
Yeah, I think so. That's cool. You get spinning, cane. Well, Shauna, does she get a... Oh, she's not getting anything.
She gets nothing.
Oh, good day, sir.
Yep. She's basically the damsel in distress with a bow.
But she is helping fight.
Like, she can at least do something, but she's basically a glorified damsel in distress.
Well, it's like the reverse of Luna. Because, like, fine. This game starts with Shauna kidnapped, and then she's fighting with us a little bit. In the case of Lunar, Luna started fighting with us and then gets kidnapped. Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, Luna's better, because at least she's a good good early healer.
Sure.
And also, her damage isn't too bad early either.
No, even like the sling and stuff with the bows, we've seen decent perspectives of that. Yeah, Frugal's not going down with a fight. But yeah, we gotta make our escape. Jump. There we go.
But yeah, like in a lot of games, usually your first skill tailors off. But you know, more for completionist.
Sure.
And he is back.
Wait.
Should we tell this to His Empress, to His Majesty Dole?
Uh-oh. He's like, no, don't. I'll bring him back. Fine, that's the one thing Frugal, I guess, is afraid of.
Otherwise, you'd be dead by now. Go to, bastard. Doesn't matter. Everything is going just as I planned. Yes. Very cryptic.
Oh, yeah, good job getting through that.
Okay, so we have no more markers, so we have to go back. And you know what? Should we go to town?
Wherever you want to go, sure.
I don't think there's any benefit.
And also, I guess, where do you feel you want to stop for the night is your choice.
Not much. Depends on time and.
What is like 9 specifically, as far as 9:30 almost? We
I
did about
was hoping
2
to get.
hours worth of
I was hoping to the next town.
this. How far is the next town?
30 minutes, maybe.
Okay, sure.
That's my hope. Cause it's just it's really nice.
Okay,
area.
fair enough. Because like I don't know when we're getting to this game, so if
Yeah.
nothing else, me as well. So go ahead. I guess
You
the
know
town
what?
will probably have some
Okay,
nice
I guess
music.
it's not. I guess it's not. It's cruel. Just not healer, is it?
Well, I think it's like just get her set. And as we'll get to the town, I guess we'll have some really nice music. We can also go on the schedule over.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the idea.
Perfect. There you go.
Uh.
Probably a good thing you did that as far as recovering her now from running into a fight.
Yeah, it would slow the process down just to heal the other way though.
They shoot the V out of the sky.
Wow.
Auto covers.
No, it's low health.
Oh.
Well, glad I healed.
I guess that would have killed her.
Yep.
Actually, question also: if she does die, when you come out of battle, do you have to like use a revival to get her back? Or come back at one?
I think she comes back at 1.
Okay.
We'll probably, maybe we'll see. 'Cause I don't have many potions.
What's Spinning Gale?
A casting item.
Okay.
Okay, so before I forget, let's switch. Okay, additions. How much did we get? Oh, so close. Oh,
You want to do another
2.
double slash, or you
Might
want
be
to
worth just getting those last
Yeah,
2.
I'll do 2. Okay, and then additions for you. Okay, yeah, you have plenty. Okay, so okay, so technically the damage is higher.
Right.
For this. Oops. And the spirit points is usually for like later game stuff. There's like this like dragon level, dragon level
Okay.
that allows you to have turns in a special mode, basically.
Okay.
Okay. But this adds 2. Okay, let's switch it. Variety. All right. Yeah, and the music in the next town is like one of my favorites. So
Perfect. I mean, the music of this game is awesome. What I've heard of
Yeah.
it so far, I really like it.
I think this is a short area.
Oh shit, he got hit. I like that detail though. It's like he kind of just got tripped up as far as his leg. Oh, and even that, it's like, yeah, he's limping. Come on, get over.
Good shot though.
Whoever did that.
Yeah, it's not Tempest because he probably would hit him in the damn head.
Oh yeah.
Cover the wounds. I'm sure later, your baby to a certain extent, do something. I'll carry him.
And yeah, another reference to her age. So basically, you kind of treat her like a baby sister, and she treats you like a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And that is a interesting relationship.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, you're like, hey,
She's like, I'm all grown up now. I care about you. Let me take care of you.
But he's like, no, I don't think so.
And he's like, no, you're my little sister, and I must protect you.
Okay.
Then first, then we might spare those people. And the critter just saved their life.
The thing is, no, that's not it. That was close.
And I think this gives a heal too.
I was like, yeah, we gotta deal with your wound eventually, my friend. Yeah, it's only a flesh wound.
Shot learning. That's something new.
Yeah, Mr. So-and-so might come back injured at any moment.
I wonder who that Mr. So-and-so is.
You know,
It would
it's-
be Dart, would it?
Maybe. Also, alright, you said as far as reducing encounters, you can use that potion basically to get that triangle down. Is that right? As far as the color, like, hey, I don't want to get
For
in the fight.
the counterattacks.
Oh, is that what that's for?
But wait, you're saying to get what down?
When you're with the triangle for the random encounters, is there a case where you can change that color off with an item?
Oh, only that one item.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hold that. It's almost like, I guess, repel in Pokemon. Or something.
Yeah,
You know,
it's basically
if I wanna-
repel.
If you want to run that,
Ooh,
yeah.
wow.
Nice.
I think I increased damage by a lot.
So.
Double digits too.
Yeah, you're right. platypus is hiding over there. Fine, not a platypus, like a mole. I think.
It's Diglett.
Yeah, oh, it's a
Mole.
mole, right? No, you're right, it is Diglett, because Diglett is a mole. That's true.
It's a little more animated than Diglett, though.
Yes. Double
Alright, that's
slash.
60. Much less damage, but still killed it. Yeah, that thing has a lot of defense. Angel Sprayer. Okay, so I think this is a heal. Oh, and switch off. Perfect. So yeah, still 180 even if it's level 4
Right, so
versus Volcano.
it's
So
time to run Volcano.
yep. Oh yeah, I guess for storyline purposes I have to go in here anyway.
Okay.
I forgot the point that Lavis is hurt.
Oh, so we lost the Helena Fools.
Dart, tell me, the last 5 years, where did you run off to?
Okay. Black Monster.
She
you want to
knows.
Fight. Oh no, the name. Nobody tell me anything else. Just too young to process it.
So, Dart is actually not from Selly's. He's from another town, and his town was basically burned by the Black Monster.
Okay.
And so, they essentially adopted him.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, they told us this early. So this isn't even a spoiler. Great.
Okay. And the time I spent with time with my parents. First home was taken by the monster 18 years ago. NEET.
As opposed to not in school. Education or training.
Is that what NEET stands for?
Yes. You heard
No. Actually, did that exist when this game came out? Was that term around at the time?
Probably.
No, I mean, down below confirming that, so at least
It's an anime term.
Okay.
Like, otaku's
Okay.
term.
So it's a little like something out of my Japanese animes.
Yep.
It's quite a sight. This looks beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Terrifying, but beautiful.
And so many things I could reference, but spoilers.
This game, right?
Yep. That you'd probably find in like disc 3, disc 4.
Oh, that far. Oh, that far. So it really.
Yep.
Okay, so you're saying that basically this game is planting the scenes for stuff that happened way, way later. Just interesting.
They have a lot of a lot of theories, a lot of references.
A lot of breadcrumbs dropped, I would think.
Yep. So this is one of those breadcrumbs.
Cool. But it's also something I think it's giving you enough. I mean, look at this as far as the background, as far as him and his parents. It's like, okay, where's the
Yeah.
stuff
So
gonna
his
go later?
parents will come back.
It is a good motivator, though, to get sense of like, what's going to go on, what's happening, what happened to them, what is that going to look like. So it does. I'll tell you what it does. I think above anything else, it seems to me is it's going to basically create these great. I mean, it's a good motivator for gameplay on top of the gameplay itself, saying that I'm interested in the story and these characters. I want to see where's it going to go next.
So his parents
good
will come
opportunity,
back,
sure.
but not in the way you would expect.
Okay. Yeah, the sun revealed, though, formally escape.
Wobble, wobble, wobble.
Yeah, what's that at your feet? Found this.
A stone, just like Rose had. Huh.
Okay. And this is it.
She misses Dart.
Sure. Just came back for a journey to bring closure to the past, huh? Well, I'm not there yet. So after that, it basically kind of got forgotten.
Yeah, and that continent he's referring to will be in Disc 3. So,
Okay. It's interesting,
yeah.
just kind of something Shadow Hearts does in the sense of, hey, how geography of your game is going.
okay, so Sandora and Basil are at war, and essentially Disc 1 is all about that war.
Okay. Of course, yeah, at the beginning of the game, as you mentioned, hey, there was a truce on this. It was
Yep.
broken, but why?
And they got dragons.
Oh boy.
And they were not controlled by Galleon.
Fitting then, I guess we're coming to this game as a little bit of an extra, you're right. Controlled by someone who might be potentially worse. I don't know. I don't know who's like a more fearsome character, whoever we end up seeing in this game, or Galleon, but it's again, finding the breadcrumbs, like, I want to find out what's this going to be.
So Sandora got dragons, and they're like, well, if we're gonna win the war, what's the point of having a truce?
Sure. Yeah, it's a war after all.
So it tipped the balance of power.
Okay. About to go to see King Elders.
Good on time.
Yeah, we'll be able to go. That's fine, no problem. It's fine. Technically, in that case, we probably would have been playing this case anyway, as far as Lunar is concerned.
Yeah, I think the two last dungeons are quite long.
Yeah. So in that case, we'll go full.
Yeah. You'll make a good wife one day.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good point. So yeah, you're right. They're kind of playing the breadcrumbs. What that's like. It's like, okay, thank you, appreciate that. Although I don't even know if he knows what he's saying. Potentially where that might go.
Yeah. Dart's clueless, naive. I don't know.
There's
Something
something.
like that. Ooh, perfect. There's the heal.
Okay, this is what? It's like a resting point.
Yep, I think it's the heal.
Oh, you're sitting down on a stool.
So, in theory, this would be where, if you wanted to, this would be your farming point.
Okay.
Yep, there's my health all restored.
Okay, so it's almost like the Final Fantasy VII remake. You sit down on something and recover health. Or fine, in that case, you're sitting down on a park bench.
Alright, cool. And go forward. Who's falling?
You know, probably can get across that at some point,
Oh.
right?
Yep. I went the wrong way.
At least you found the house there.
Yep. Oh, well, shoot.
What's up?
My bad. I need to go to the house.
Go back to the house?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm literally remembering what to do as I'm playing.
Okay.
Something you need to pick up in the house?
Yep. And I'm not sure if it met the trigger, so I may have had to talk to the tree first.
Okay.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
So 3 hits as opposed to 1.
I love the fluidity of how the movement is. The animation of this game is pretty impressive.
Spinning pain.
Go! Volcano!
And yeah, the guard really messes up your timing sometimes. So you kind of have to be awake for that.
Well, as you're mentioning, the idea of the active battle.
Yeah.
So definitely pay attention. And also pay attention because it seems like it's changing on the fly, because you mentioned you have to hit the circle button for the guard.
Yeah. So not only different button, but also the timing.
Which that's interesting too, because you think some games like this,
it can throw off the timing.
It's interesting also because in some games like this, usually you understand what that pattern is when they give it to you, but then in this case, no, you have to be on your toes. How it's gonna work.
Ah, and I forgot about that too.
Total vanishing.
Okay. So where is EX? There is EX. Come on. Do I get? What?
What is it?
Do I not? I thought I'd pick up the X. Okay.
You need to come back. Oh wait, you think you have to cut the tree down.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go check the... Actually, let's go this way first. Okay. Right, don't think it worked. Maybe he'll get the idea once I go to the other part. Even Dart doesn't know how to do this yet.
Okay, fine, we're talking about Mr. Mosquito off screen, so like, okay, fine, that also came back into play.
Oops.
Blood.
Oops. Totally too early.
Yes! Go! Volcano! Yes! Go! Volcano!
4 damage, jeez.
Yeah, I get the power up really is fun.
Yeah.
Spinning cane.
Okay, fine. I'll be farming this guy.
Ow. Yeah.
Also, yeah, ow. Oh, indeed.
Yes! Go! Volcano!
Spinning cane.
Alright, so the bosses, when they wonder how strong I am.
We got experience taking care of those menaces, so they're gonna
Yeah.
be next. Get on the healing potion.
It's like, yes, experience does help, but, you know, the additions are a multiplier for your damage, so. I think they may actually be more important than your levels. Except for the first few levels, obviously. Okay, let's see if he gets the idea.
Oh
Come
wow,
on.
look at that.
Oh my goodness.
That looks beautiful.
Doesn't get the idea? Her. Yeah, I remember you could just like pick up the axe. Wasn't this much of an issue?
Okay. You have to pick it up probably to get going.
Yeah, you cut the tree down, and the tree makes a pathway.
Yes! Go! Volcano!
Okay.
Yes. Tell. Go. Ha. Volcano.
Well, why? Why not?
Actually, question: when you take a break, does it also recover the random encounter bar? Does it like put that back to blue? I guess we'll see. In just a
We'll
sec.
see.
I know. it
Nope.
doesn't. Okay.
Wait, what was that?
Yeah, it's flashing now as far as the X.
Yay, finally.
Okay, so basically you have to go over by the water. Although weirdly,
It
it's like
looks
fine.
that way.
Fine, you did that, but you also talked to the tree over there on the cliff. Oh wait, because it's probably going to go to the water, so you have to know both aspects. Like axe from shaft.
So I guess they're both triggers.
Okay. Alright, now get cutting darts.
See, that's a lot of work. I would just jump through the water.
Yeah, look how dejected Dart looks.
Yeah.
He had a good idea, but then he's like, hey, it's not going to work now.
Well, it looks like he's trying to get across, like, on that top level. So.
Right.
Spinning cane.
After you rush your damage.
Yes. Tell. Go. Ha. Volcano.
Bridge.
Alright, so that's going to be the next step then.
This way.
Alright, there's the log.
Oh, I guess it is kind of more of a rapid.
Okay.
Just not walk across that.
Alright, now you can cross. Oh, that also explains why you had to go here and then also over there.
Yep. Oh, do they not show? Oh, I got a list.
What's up?
A list. Okay, so revive and half. This is just the items. So yeah, 32. My bad. 32
Okay.
items. Okay, so these are your spells,
Okay.
individual uses, obviously. And everything's elemental. And then the charm potions, and
And 12 vanishing is, I guess, used to kill on enemies that it works on.
I don't know if it gives you experience though.
Okay. So it's like that black hole thing that Alex does in Lunar, where you kill enemies
Yeah.
at the expense of no experience.
Actually, there's a few uses of that. Tempest has one of those. I guess Alex has one.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe probably a lower rate, I guess. Mia, no, not Mia.
Yeah, I don't think
Jessica and Luna have something like that as well.
Okay. Yes, open Manus is
Spinning pain.
Yes. Tell. Go. Volcano.
Yeah, Spence is still pretty good regardless.
Spinning pain.
And they will get a lot harder.
Okay.
There's like 9 chain sequences near the end of the game.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like how it's evolving, though. I think that's kind of interesting. So it's not just a case like, fine, it's like some other games you've mentioned. It seems like it's really kind of making its own thing.
Yeah,
really
and they're all
pieces.
iconic. Like all of them seem to be like they make sense.
Okay.
The movements seem to make sense to the character.
I love the way the movement is, honestly. I can tell you that right now. Right now.
Splins, what's the matter? What do you mean, what's the matter? It's your knight's fault.
Wait, what do we do?
Hold on, I'm a knight, Basil. We should be allies. I'm your enemy. We escaped from Sandora.
Sandora.
Honey, don't say that or you're gonna be arrested. But these knights destroyed our lives. What?
So when you said King Albert, that was kind of the idea, is that right? That was
Yeah,
kind of
so Alex is like, or not Alex,
Lavis.
Lavitz is very much like follows by like a knightly code.
I was like, yeah, I'll feed your young boy and show the kindness. Thank you kindly. Yeah, maybe a little difference. You can find Bale this way. We don't want anybody there. Okay. Thank you so much.
So maybe Basil isn't so bad after all.
Well, especially Lavis. I mean, he's a case of that same
Well, maybe he's an exception. We don't know, but
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe he's the only good knight.
Or are they saying Knights period or Knights from Basil? Basil. Whichever one it is, I don't know which one it is.
As a name, I would expect it to be Basil. Uh,
Okay. And moving on.
Alright, let's go down the way. Oh, by the way.
Yes,
by the
we got through
beach.
that area without the fight.
Awesome.
So it was red.
Next to the limestone cave. Okay.
Box. Let's see. Anything here? Okay.
Oh. You just like hit an item or something area to go down. Oh, there you go.
Ah.
Item.
Healing
Healing
potion.
potion. Awesome.
Miss. Yeah, I guess misses are a thing.
That's what, if you get going too early.
No, I didn't even press anything. I was wondering why it wasn't showing up.
Oh, so sometimes your attack misses. That the idea.
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
Go! Volcano!
Yeah, if you miss, you always do at least one attack, though.
Okay. But it's basically just random. I mean, it's based on not random. I should say it's based on, I guess, what stats you have to determine when that happens.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that, or probably some stat base. Actually, I think it probably is just a flat random chance.
Okay.
It apparently seems to be really low, though.
I was gonna say because it's the only time we've seen it. It's
Yeah.
over 2 hours. So
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Volcano!
Spinning cane.
Seems like the battle system is pretty fluid.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think check.
I mean, granted, apart from item inventory, your actions are pretty limited in what you can
Yeah.
do, but it seems like it handles that really well because of the skill element.
And I'll probably just sell the, you know, the items.
Yes!
Okay, so the timing is not bad as far as this. It's fine. The only case we really had a problem with it was when it was on PS4 and 5 initially. It was like, how they fucked that up. But even on PS3, we've had problems as far as like button lag, especially on a game like this. You think that would be terrible, but it isn't. And fine. Also, because of the tech we're running, it also means that, he's not missing those button presses, or he is. It's a case of saying that fine.
Also,
You can tell you're off as opposed to like, oh, I got screwed out because of the lag.
also, I think those bats might just have high evasion or something,
Maybe.
because you've missed twice against bats.
Okay.
I see.
So then I'll probably then in that case takes account aspects of enemies. As I said, I'll look into that. I'll have a look at it down below explaining that.
Go! Volcano!
Spinning cane.
And I think the timing at least like corresponds for like the movement, though.
Right, which is impressive when you think about that. The fact that they do syncopate when the button presses to how the animation is. When you think about that, that sometimes isn't easy to do. You'd think like, hey, would that maybe feel off? But it doesn't seem like it is. You're right. When he's getting ready to do one of those side slash, you kind of get the sense like, yeah, that's when you hit the button.
Okay, so I need to try and remember this now. Okay, so let's go with this.
Take the slide down. We. That looks fun. It's like that in of itself. It seems like a small thing, just something that's really, really neat. You get the master sword.
Oh yeah, upgrades. It's an RPG. Of course, there's upgrades.
Well, fine. There's so many things this game is doing different and unique. It's kind of surprising. I mean, it's not a surprise that at this point we get.
Wait a
new
second.
stuff.
When did I? Oh, I got the knight shield from the boss.
Yes.
Oops.
Was that a weapon? Oh, that's a shield.
So I could have just had better defense.
Okay.
So 10 defense. I guess I'll put that on him.
Okay.
And how much? So that's plus 5, plus 5. That's a massive bonus this early on.
Yeah, pretty good.
And bracelet literally does nothing.
Okay.
Oh, and that's just okay. I'm still not used to the. I'm getting mixed up between like say FOMC 7 and this game with circle and X.
Yeah, we went over that before. We mentioned that we played Parasite Eve because Amanda said the exact same thing. It's
Okay.
like, I'm not used to hitting circle for that game.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Hey, John.
what's Shauna's equipment looking like?
Oh yeah, she had she should have got the upgrade.
I'm kind of wondering what.
Yep, perfect.
Leather
Thank you
jacket.
for calling. Yeah, I got this in the
Yeah.
prison.
I had a feeling that it was equipment for her.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was equipment for her when I got it, but then I completely forgot when.
Put it on.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
So
it's
defense and
straight
defense.
upgrade. So.
Yep.
Get this stuff set. Yeah, going back to the button thing. Fine, I mentioned that last week with Metal Gear Solid 2 because when we played that, it's the same case where it's circle for the confirmation. But then the HD versions, they change it to the bottom button, so it'd be X for PlayStation, and then B. Well, no, it's still A on Switch, and then A on the Xbox consoles.
I mean, in fairness, on Nintendo consoles as a whole, the A button is almost universally the confirm button.
Unless you go early in Super Nintendo, in which case it's the B button.
Oh.
'Cause
I said almost
yeah, no,
universally.
but there's tons of games early on that console. Actually,
How early?
like 1991 with ActRaiser, 1992 with Super Mario Kart, as an example.
Okay.
Actually, fine, it could be either or with Super Mario World when the console launched. But it was good thing you're mentioning that. It seems to me, maybe just me, but I get the sense that when it came to like selection stuff, it seems like 94, 95. It's like, fine, let's move away from the B button from this and go to the A button totally. And then it became a case where, fine, pull away from Nintendo consoles, granted A is your confirm all the time. And then, fine, as I mentioned last week, for Metal Gear Solid 2, the reason for that for Japan is that circle is their confirm, and then X across the
Yep.
belt for Japan is like the cancel. But as you mentioned, Final Fantasy VII has it that way, and then we played Parasite Eve, and Parasite Eve does not run that way, despite the fact that Parasite Eve was a game that was built on the engine of Final Fantasy VII. They took some ideas they were tossing around, and finally turned into something different. Fine. Remember, Final Fantasy VII, there was a lot of things they were working on that game because it was going to be on N64. Remember that? They said 12 cartridges. Come to PlayStation, it's 3 discs. Can you imagine that, like a multi-cartridge game? The Gamecom was going to try to do that. It didn't happen. But you were gonna say?
Yeah, that would have been insane.
Yeah, well, with the cost, I guess that's the other thought.
Yeah, like it would have been probably a multi-$100 game, like, or at least I want to guess at least like a $150 game.
Or they did scale back as well for that, for the memory reasons.
So this. Oh, whoops, my bad. Yes, good. That's the second item.
Some money.
Money.
Money. Well, okay.
20
sure.
gold we didn't have.
Yeah. I much like the bastard sword, but you know,
That's a great thing. We got that, and then we're getting all these other things. Yeah, we jump over rocks, I guess.
stepping stones. Easy.
Feasibly, but don't slip on them. They can be really slippery, especially if it came like this.
Okay. Even though I know you're treating me like a child. Like you
Well, I don't know. She
always
could
do.
slip on that and break her neck. It could be terrible. I don't think there's a mechanic in this. You can slip and get hurt.
I like how they all just watch you.
Yeah, they're following by example. Like, fine, just to be sure, it's like, fine, land where he lands. In this case, it's like, fine, no, we're not going over there to get that out of He's doing that. Now, Dark, you go do it. Be the body purifier.
And I believe body purifier is like anti-poison.
Okay.
That's your good to
Actually, to go back then, we were talking on Lunar.
know. Also,
Oh shit! If I spoke too soon. Hold on, Rabbits. Ugh.
As you're picking on Shauna. Okay, go on.
I was gonna say, because we're talking with Lunar when it came to statuses, how's this game gonna handle statuses then? As far as A, does it heal them out of battle, and B, is it something where the items are gonna be of use or not when it comes to recovery of them in this game?
You carry over.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, it's gonna be of more use that way. Okay. Well, fitting then we pulled this game out, or this happened, we pulled
I
this
think
game
they
out.
have a bigger
to
aspect,
contrast.
but honestly, I haven't played this game in so many years.
When's the last time you played it? Just like guess.
For
I guess fully or just
okay, let's
or-
say fully, because I probably touched it a few times, like for a few hours.
Right.
Fully, 2006 or 7 maybe.
Okay.
So what was that? 18
About
years ago.
yeah, 16 years.
So the age of
16, 17
Shauna.
years
The
ago.
age of Shauna.
Okay. It'll be a long relationship we have as far as you saving the life twice. Yeah. Hey, I get that. Yeah, it seems like they're.
And so
pro
yes,
relations.
this is the bromance.
Well, I get that idea. It's like I kind of like it. I like that dynamic. and I
Excuse
like
me,
these
you
characters.
guys.
It's like, yeah, I'm over here. You know,
Don't
leave
leave
without
me
me.
like that.
But I do like that, even as far as what we're seeing so far. Like, yeah, I just kind of like the characters I'm seeing. You're gonna follow, which is why it's weird. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know why there was a case like, hey, there's a mixed reception on this game. I'm looking at this and when I played it as well. I'm saying like, this game's really good. I think this game definitely has it where it counts. Especially maybe now as time has passed, maybe it's an easier case to recognize that. But Proto, not just you. I've seen people who've told me the same thing, saying they loved this game. They felt like, hey, maybe it hit them specifically, even amidst other big RPGs on the system. So I get exactly.
I like how
there's
there's the essential like Sean is meant to be like the girlfriend character,
Yeah.
but she gets just so ignored. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, she also kind of wants, I guess, a late prove her worth, saying is we're gonna get slime cleaners. Jesus. Yeah, she got slimed.
Spinning cane.
Nice, killed something.
Yes.
Oops.
That was what the ugly balloon, I think they said. At first I was like, what is that thing? I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Ugly balloon.
Spinning cane.
Yes. Go.
Volcano.
Dart's getting some good damage.
Yeah.
26 now. Okay, so this way.
Has there been any new equipment for Levitts?
I believe so. I'm looking around. Okay, first Shauna needs heal.
Ooh. Saved by the rock fireflies, huh?
Excuse me, don't just chat amongst yourself.
Yeah, what are they? You know, yeah, kind of burying the lead, saying, yeah, remember these rock fireflies? They're like, oh, remember these cool times. Like, wait, hold on, what do these things do?
Yeah, she is just so out of the conversation. Like,
But she's also, I guess, kind of curious, saying, like, yeah, don't ignore me, but
Oh,
also, like,
boy.
what are these things really doing? Like, oh, that's cool. The light is healing power. Okay. Oh, Jesus, Dart.
trying to learn at least one thing.
Actually, didn't you say that before? I think you said that earlier, saying at least you learn one thing.
Oh.
Now she learned two things.
He said something similar.
Okay. Yeah, I know something you don't, by the way. Like what?
I'm not telling.
Okay. So now he's gonna have to hold on to that. But we've been waiting for each other for at least 5 years. Natural not to know about everything.
He's trying to play it cool and you know.
Kind of be the peacemaker a little bit. Not
Yeah.
much of a peacemaker, because like fine, they're not like battling each other.
It's just I feel bad for Shauna because she gets so ignored.
Uh huh. But she's at least saying,
Like
hey,
she's
don't
trying to
ignore
get
me,
close to
basically.
Dart and he just flat out ignores her.
Well, fine. Consider the preview. We'll get to Shenmue, because Shenmue is an aspect of that as well. Fine. The other arguable RPG that I was playing in 2012. We're starting that, by the way, in December. We're making an announcement now, but we'll talk more about that on schedule, you know, a little bit.
I guess similarly like Fancy, like Squall and Renoa and Fancy 8.
Okay.
Squall is just the you know does his own thing
Mm-hmm.
and just ignores Renoa, and Renoa's like, I exist.
Mm-hmm. I mean, fine. What I know of on a Kingdom Hearts, that's maybe sort of the idea too, a little, but also the case. Like, fine, don't call me by don't call me by Squall, please. Oh, it's Leon. I was like, no, fine, Squall. Sorry.
We got the heal. That. So now Shauna doesn't die. And how do I get that item up there? First, remember. Oh, where's this item first? I think.
Ooh, spiders.
They hurt.
I was saying, yeah, the containers is for like, yeah, I don't know if he's going like the spiders. He definitely hates those things. Fine, even Shadowheart's like, fine, let's just kill these damn things. Get that Judgment Ring running, he's like, yeah, they're dying really quick.
And shall I finish?
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, there was a little bit of a stop, like, wait.
Yeah,
did you get a
I was like, did you get it?
Okay, but good job, Shauna.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with Lavitz getting an extra edition, but just if Shauna gets a turn.
Sure.
Okay, I think this is. I want to see if I can get that item.
That looks like it's the way out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so it's down
sweet.
here.
Yeah, there should be 2 items. This one and. It's not anything good, but. Okay. I'll fight first.
Maybe you can jump over some of the little gaps that are.
I think you have to like go on the ledge. It's on the other screen. I think you like go around.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Better for the additions than I thought I would. Their damage is silly.
Spinning cane.
Have a poke.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Miss. Nice.
good
That's
job.
first miss.
Oh, that's the other thing we had going on Lunar. I forgot about that as well. So perfect. Fitting it's coming up on this game too. There we go. We do have to do a Mario Party game, so we're pointing out for the show at some point. I gotta figure as far as that. Like, that's the question. That and the Final Fantasy game we start with
Yeah.
still, so that's the other thing about it.
Yeah, this is just how long I'm just like, oh, I can miss. And I'm like, well, if I can miss, then
They
the
can
enemies
miss,
can
right?
miss, right?
Yeah, and they missed Shauna as well. Actually, it's interesting. The only person they missed is Shauna. So like, fine. That might be the idea. Is like, then she knows something you don't. Like, yeah, I have the ability to kind of avoid their attacks.
Yeah.
You don't. You've been getting hit
She
by
has
everything.
agility.
That's true. Fine. There you go. Exactly. She's definitely quick on her feet and quick to say, like, hey, stop ignoring me. Or stop ignoring me. No, stop ignoring me. Ignoring you.
Yeah, the joke would be Dart is gay.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
of how much he ignores Shauna.
well, that, or as you said, it might be the case as you mentioned, the idea that, hey, he came back, doesn't know how to take that, or the question that he's so focused on something else, that tunnel vision. That's
Yeah,
the
he's more of a brooding dark hero, like think Squall.
Yeah,
FFA.
a bit of what I can tell, and of what I've played of Final Fantasy as well.
But the mean joke would be he's just gay.
But then again, it also might be a case that, like, with something like with Shadow Hearts, because Shadow Hearts goes in that a little as well, not with the main character exactly, but just the idea of how that goes. Oh no, well, one of your party members, that's Jushan in particular for that. It's really interesting kind of the way that game goes. I wish that game wasn't so expensive because I think both of you would love Shadow Hearts. Honestly, if you like this game, I think you'd like Shadow Hearts for some of the dark aspects of it. And also, like this, the gameplay perspective of active element, because there's this thing called the Judgment Ring. You hit the button as it spins for everything, and you time it, and you can cause more damage or use your items
might as well
effectively.
heal since we're here. Except for Sean, I hardly even need it.
Actually, is that a heal of yourself when you use those?
It's a
fire
full
plates?
heal of everyone.
Okay. There you go. Perfect.
That was it.
So there you go. Yeah, Nocturne, you're right. Sometimes that's the other thing, kind of looking at that.
I thought those were
idea
different levels.
Yeah, I just noticed that you jumped up onto
Yeah.
a ledge on the.
I was thinking I had to go around. I
Well,
thought
there you
I thought that was
No.
a different level.
It didn't look like there were any further paths.
Yeah.
So,
Well, there you go.
I just completely misjudged it.
yeah, like no green
Yeah.
markers up there, so it had to be something accessible from that screen.
Yeah, but that's a benefit sometimes of coming to a game never seen. It's like, hey, you can kind of take a different eye. It's like, well, what about this? Or something that maybe, as I said, we've had this happen all the time. I played a game that maybe I'm familiar with, and you, or both of you, or anybody really, said, hey, what about this? Chat's like too in some places saying, hey, what about this? You know what? I never really thought to do that or see this, and then you kind of understand.
He one-shot Spider.
There you go.
Yeah, he one-shot Spider.
Yes, Devin, it's dead. But they're mentioning this idea that sometimes even a game you've been playing for so long, you kind of learn something new as far as like the fresh eyes that come to it, and enhance your appreciation of it that much more so.
All right, so and let's see how well we're doing on the additions.
Pretty well, I think.
Okay, so we got one level, and you got almost one level. Okay, so we still have quite a ways to go, but that's fine.
Okay.
And there was no new. Wait, was there new additions?
I don't think so, no. Not that I noticed.
No.
Yeah. You just all of
Okay.
the stuff
Yeah.
you have, and then she has nothing, unfortunately.
Okay.
I think now we go to the.
Oh wait, was
You went up
the
there.
right side
Yeah,
was
you
the,
you
Yeah,
went.
yes.
You already went up.
so
There
not
was
this way.
You
there
went
was
there,
a
yeah.
magic item up there.
Okay.
Yes, just go over and we're good.
I think it was the electric one.
It was.
Oh, that was the jumping on the rocks on the
Yes, it
smaller
was.
Yeah,
ledges.
the lower level
lower
jumping
level.
rock.
Okay.
Jumping across rocks.
Got it.
I form maps in my head.
That's great.
Um,
I have to like consciously do that.
In that case, I'd be curious if you played Parasite Eve and went through the Crisis World. Try mapping that random dungeon in your head, because every level is randomly generated. I'd be curious as far as all that. I think you'd love Parasite Eve. I just wish that they'd re-release it again, or pick it up on PlayStation, because it's actually gone down since I played the game. I thought it used to be like 150 bucks.
I generally
now it's like
wouldn't be
60.
able to have like a conversation playing a game and mapping at the same time. I don't have a good short-term memory.
but yeah. So far, I have I don't necessarily memorize each screen, but I kind of in my head I picture a series of blocks with different entrances and
Yeah.
exits on various edges that link to each other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And to some extent, I do map out certain more unique rooms that have more unique terrain. But I don't really map stuff. I don't really map the room itself for ones that are basically just a straight path or that are just running.
Okay.
Yeah, unless I have to, I generally just brute force things.
Yeah.
Which is why I'll like just like have a map or something.
My brain just works in certain ways, and it helps in a lot of ways, but it also gets me distracted.
Oh, I see.
A lot.
Alright, so we saved. We got. I believe we also just got our heals too. Pretty close. Okay. Pretty good.
It's one of those double-edged sword things.
That's
Sure.
a great ability to have. considering that earlier conversations
Okay.
I can reference later. Ooh, bandana.
Who's that for? Oh, probably for Dart. Oh no, not for him.
Wait. Wait, why'd I do that? Okay, so. Oh, okay, so that's the list.
Oh, it's Lavis, okay.
Oh, but it doesn't.
Oh, it cuts
Maybe-
his stuff, I think, doesn't it?
What the? Who
Oh.
gets bandana then?
Lavis did.
Except it's worse for him.
Game, why?
Why what?
Why you give me an item that has no use?
Yeah, and since Dart already has a bandana,
Yep.
Oh, so multiple characters can run that, I gotcha. Oh, he has
Yep,
one, right, fair
okay.
enough. That's why it doesn't show it, okay.
And yeah, I'm kind of not used to the system, so I guess if it doesn't display, they can't use it.
yeah, so unless there's a character coming
Unless,
up where
let me see config. There is nothing like that. Okay.
But yeah, unless there's a character coming up who uses the bandana where it's actually an
What is
upgrade.
goods?
Oh, like
storyline.
TMs.
Okay. It's actually kind of cool.
Is
That's
it
neat.
strong
I
and
forgot
the
this
axe?
exists. That's neat. Okay, so that's everything, and I saved.
Yeah, you
Yes,
did.
I just saved. Let's go. And we're good.
Like, yeah, I can fight too, you know, right? Oh, no. Okay, no,
Don't worry
yeah,
about
you're
me,
right, I can help.
help.
Well, she can. Her skill with the bow is nice.
So they basically play with the gambling and stress trope a lot.
Oh, okay, wow, alright, so Snake.
Yeah. So she's like, "Oh, you're just a little girl," and he's like, "No, I'm not. I have a bow.
Yep.
I'm just like you, Dart. I can fight."
Alright, so here is Guardian what we do with her Urobolus, I think it was.
Oops, that was the wrong time to mess up. Oh, poison.
Okay, so we just get to
Okay,
see the
so-
effect.
Let's see. So
Spinning cane.
okay, so oh yeah, she's gonna be wanting to. So poison. I don't know. It's shock maybe or it's A block. So attack block, I think. S. Anyway, I'm gonna need. I'll have to use a poison. Dart.
Yes. Ta. Go. Ha.
Volcano.
That's good. Oh.
At first, because of the segmented design, I thought it was a giant centipede or something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It feels like it's not really all that connected.
Well, initially, but then when it came in front of the teeth, that's where like, okay, this is like
Ah, wow. It feels a bit faster, just the screen is... I think the screen is messing with me. Okay, so I think he does like some sort of guard thing at this point. And I think if you attack him, he does like some special attacks, so I'll just heal.
Okay.
At least I get to show off this.
Alright, so the one with the heal, does that actually defend if he attacks?
Yeah, so it's defense and also heals for I think 10%.
Okay, that's good.
So what, 16.6? Yep, 16. Wonderful, free heals. And blocked,
There
yes.
you go.
So there is a point to use this. Come down and play. Ooh, and I think that blocked the status too.
I was gonna say that that animation, that pink
Yeah.
thing for that. I guess that's like the fact that the stats just didn't work.
Trying to think if I wanna. Let's try it.
I mean, can you hit him from here?
Oh no. Okay, that's why.
Actually, can Shannon hit him from here? I can't. It's too high. What on her? Can she hit it because she's a distance? Fine. I guess in that case, she's just coming down.
I don't think so, but I can try next time.
Okay. I think if anybody's gonna work, it'll be her. But
Yeah, I think it's like a story, like a mechanic story reason, not
Okay.
That would give, her an advantage.
Mhm.
Yes. Go.
Volcano! Spinning cane!
And I guess I'll heal. Let's use body purifier.
Yes. Go.
Volcano!
Yes. Go.
Volcano!
So it goes up
Okay.
the hole again.
Alright, so you want me to try?
I guess yeah. Can Shannon hit him? Or Shannon hit him? Yeah,
Ooh,
she can.
nice.
Okay. There you
Okay.
go.
I thought she couldn't. Though I did want to heal, but that's okay.
Okay.
It's alright, she does the least.
The first like, hey, is there going to be a way to feasibly just, you have to guard the whole time or use items? In this case, yeah, you just,
But, I need to heal anyway.
Uh-huh.
And I mainly want to heal Shauna.
Okay.
She's the one that needs it the most. Get her back up to near full. Okay, he can stop attacking. Jeez. So yeah, since it's percentage based, this is why leveling is important.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially early game.
Yeah. Okay, so her damage is gonna load anyway.
You gotta get close to the indicator.
Yeah.
Spinning cane!
Yes. Go.
Volcano!
And more additions.
Well,
Okay, well I don't have any.
body purifiers. So.
Yeah, no more body purifiers. Well, he's red, so
Yeah, think she'll probably
Great.
get them.
Yes. Go.
Volcano!
A few more.
Go.
Oh, perfect.
go.
Nice.
Even better.
Right mad. Good job. Yeah, Shauna, as you are.
Like, Shauna, are you coming? Ew, gross monster.
Oh, it's still alive. Wait, is it still alive? Oh shit, it is still alive. There's all the tongues. Like, uh-oh. Oh, wow.
She may not be Athena, but what was that?
Yeah, what was that? Yeah, I don't even think she knows. I mean, that was cool. And I've been, as I said, the thing with the animation, I kind of noticed the tongue was like, wait, is he still alive? And I was like, oh, wait. Good job. Alright, so yeah, she came to the rescue. That is probably, I'm going to assume that's probably the thing she knows that everybody else did not.
Okay, I don't think she knows anything. She knows, I
What
think,
happened?
less than Luna. Like, I think Luna had some suspicions, but I think Shauna's just completely in the dark.
Sure. What happened? I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Alright, so how are we getting out of this cave now? Go to the Bale. Is that where we're going?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so before I forget, let's equip that item.
Oh, okay, there you go. You're seeing
Yep.
that. Yeah, the boys are still holding them.
So good, we got to show off that. Okay, so, equip and War Gods. Increased hit attack rating, hit rate for attacking all by 20%. Okay, so it's magic and physical. Okay. So let's put that on you, because you have nothing. Because a bracelet isn't anything. It's just essentially gold. And I don't have body purifier, so
I say, does he lose damage as you walk?
I don't think so. It's just gonna be a little bit annoying. Well, yeah, I was hoping for a body purifier.
Okay.
I'm just like stretching out my arm. It's like, nope, you don't get.
Not yet. Well, no, assuming that's in the box.
Oh, these things go down pretty quick.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yes. Go.
Volcano!
Yeah, one shot.
Spinning cane!
Yeah, even without like leveling, this is pretty well.
That's
Okay,
money.
just money. So close.
Yeah, right before town. There we go. Get one more battle.
And terms of like enemy design, this does feel a little bit like Legend of Legaia.
A little bit, as far as some of the color palette of it. I'll picture also Legend of Legaia when we mention it, just to kind of give it.
I feel like this character design as well, and animation character design.
Right. Actually, just to go quickly on that one, I do not. It was Sony who published The Legend of Legaia, but I don't think the same people who made the. Fine, the director's not the same, but I don't think it was the same people who made this. Or, as far as I'll take a brief look at it, because we were talking about that earlier because the sequel was new.
There we were.
That is okay. Sony who published it. It was developed by Procyon and Contrail. Which are they?
Alright. And before we're gonna save.
Okay. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, as far as the companies who made that, fine, it was Procyon who developed it, who made the sequel. They did Digimon World Data Squad on the PS2. Oh, and they did the HD version of Raystorm on 360 and PS3. Okay.
And I think I missed it. Okay, and on the screen, if you notice, even in the save screen, they say the number of Stardust. So
Okay.
clearly, that's if they're willing to put it on the main screen, it's important.
Probably.
It's also right down there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's next to gold.
Okay.
So I think I should have at least probably about 3 to 5 at this point. So I'm clearly missing, but it's okay.
Okay.
You can come back. I can come back to it. With almost 1,000 gold at this point,
Awesome.
and this will be the stopping point.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing us this and giving us a good
Once we
first taste. of
once we
this.
get the view of the town.
Okay. Sure looks nice.
The artiste. It's Sir Hobbits.
And Dar's like, yeah, I'm waiting. Here you go, good job. Done. Portrait of Life, it's always an item. So what do you think? A little too handsome though, don't you think?
I think so.
I'll definitely treasure it though.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, they did really well with all the detail.
Oh yeah, I've gotten that sense. The attention to detail of this game seems really impressive, and it also gives it
Wait
a
a
unique
second.
look. There's nothing back here.
Nothing. It just looks suspicious. It feels like there should be an item back there.
It's not a case where.
Like a checkerboard, checkerboard, bed. I like the lighting. The lighting is
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
it's lovely.
And another portrait, looks like. Yeah, they're shading and their lighting is...
It's good. It's really good.
Alright. Okay, next we go... Oh, I know I have to go this one. What's the next one? It's one of these two. Oh, this is in.
I would say yeah, because I'm so used to not having ins as far as Lunars. It's like, wait, okay, they work the same way as far as other RPGs.
I just realized that I think... Well, no, blue is shop. Blue is shop.
And what's yellow?
I don't know. Okay, so oh, and starlight somewhere in this area. I know there's a starlight somewhere in this room.
Wait, is that a night? Oh no, Star. Oh yeah, fine. It is Starlight. Both games have Starlights. You're right. Okay.
Or Stardust, I guess it is called.
Okay.
Oh well. Well, since we're in the shop.
I'm gonna buy.
Okay, so this is the item shop. So yellow is so blue is so blue's items, yellow is equipment. Got it. Okay. So before we forget,
Yeah.
we're gonna have some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. And let's get one of these, which is expensive. And now we're out of space. Also, wow, I'm surprised on, I bought so much, but I was at wasn't I at 990 before?
Mm-hmm.
Before I came in?
Yeah, unless you found, did you get paid for something? Oh, you got the money box.
Yeah, the money box, that's what it was.
That was what it was.
Okay. I was wondering why the math wasn't adding up. Okay.
Okay.
So now, we are going to, actually, you know what? Okay, so I think bracelets are completely useless.
Mm-hmm.
Though the equipment slots, but still. Okay, so bracelets. Alright, bandana. Garbage. Clothes. So we're gonna throw Shauna's clothes away because she got better ones.
Yeah. We brought the broadsword because we don't need that. Bastard sword now. Wait, there's a bastard sword in Lunar because Kyle has that.
Yeah. Let me double check, make sure. I think you're right though. Yep, okay, so I can sell that. And I don't think there's any synthesis or upgrades, so
Okay.
I'm safe. And it's only 10 anyway, so clearly that's probably not a good item. Alright, next. Items. Also, it's interesting there's a carried section. Interesting. Okay. Sell. Items. Healing potions. Let's see, healing potions. Okay. Visualize and recover. I think that's a revive, so I'll keep
I would say yeah,
those.
probably on that.
Okay, detonating rocks. Sell. The inventory space is really low in this game.
Okay. And you can enhance it from 32.
Nope.
Okay.
Sad.
Yet it looked like you could carry up to 255 pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
But not items.
Strange, right?
Yeah, I would say also feasibly fine. That's one case where Lunar beats this because Lunar lets you carry like 100 something items.
Yeah. But they share the same slots.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But still,
Well, the same slots as spare equipment.
Right. Though 32 item limit in a game in 2000, that is kind of
Yeah.
a big no-no. As good as this is specifically.
I think they wanted to force you to choose what to keep.
Probably. I guess
Which is,
so.
I think it's bad.
I guess the idea is like you wish it was a little more than that.
Yeah. And yeah, all these are is basically you just spam the button and it does damage.
Okay.
So you're not missing much with me selling these.
Maybe keep one of them to just show or something.
I'll get more.
Sure.
Like, yeah, I could have. I certainly could have. But I'm, trying to get through, so.
You said you never use those charm
No.
potions.
Something based. Like, the only benefit is just to see the animation. And charm. You know what? I don't even use charm potions. Finishing. Okay. Yeah, like the reason you would use them is probably for Shauna, because they would out damage Shauna's, just standard bow.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're not focused on your core additions. So
Right.
practice your skill is much more important than flat out blowing up the enemy.
Basically, in some ways, it kind of punishes
Yeah.
the player to
It punishes
actually
you.
use them.
Yep, it punishes you. You don't get the money for it, and you're just lowering your level.
Yeah, I think you still have one more charm potion.
Oh, yep, there it is. One,
Or okay,
two.
2 charm potions.
Yeah, like I can see if you're like in a rush, like I can understand why would you use these,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, it's just you're gonna be under leveled.
And also, as you said, the battles in this seem like they're fun enough that you are fine doing them.
Yeah, I
as
don't
it
mind
is.
them.
Yeah, because it seems
See,
yeah
okay.
another constant with Lunar.
Okay, cool. So I have 16 slots. Yeah, I was almost regretting buying 4 of the body potions, but because I wasn't sure how much space I would have left. But yeah, most of my inventory was just
Was junk.
yeah, it was junk.
Mhm.
So well worth it.
Or at least what's realistically junk.
Yeah. Like a caster, like Shauna's basically a caster, but other than that, you're just it's short-term gain for a long-term loss.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the game isn't that hard that you really need it.
Yeah, I think we need a drink.
Wait, what do you? I wonder if this is a. Do I want to buy one?
May as well.
What the hell?
Let's have a drink. Good spirits.
Oh, okay, it's side quest. Yes.
Cool. Okay, so then the yellow is the inn, basically. That's what it was. Because the inn is over there on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, weird enough, yeah,
remember
the door
now.
there for the inn, even though it's the same building as the bar, it's not yellow on the other side. It's hey.
Yep, and this is the guy I give it to.
Oh, he's drunk, right? You smell the spirits. Good ones. Yeah, sure, why not? Hi, Dran, have your drink. Okay, I like his walk, honestly. Blow up from the body.
And so now I have access to weapons.
What's this, another dungeon?
So okay, this is the underground. I actually intended to go to this area through another route, but okay, so I wanted him to move to the side so I could collect the items in the sewers. Okay, so and only 20 gold. I don't know. Have I paid for that spirit that I bought him yet?
Almost. It was 100. It was 100 gold. You got a fifth of the way there with that box.
Okay, so wait, where's- I remember there being a starlight down here as well, but
Or Stardust.
Stardust. Okay, it's probably, you know what? I am gonna test the gondola. Oh, can't open this yet. Okay, so I have to open it from that side. And... Okay.
Anyway.
Alright. Almost done. Alright. Okay. So now to the castle, and probably one of the better, which a lot of the music is really good, but one of the best. Actually, wait. Oh, did I not buy? I didn't buy weapons yet.
That's isn't that the
In.
inn, I think.
There was a weapon shop. Where was it?
It wasn't the same as the item shop.
It was it? I at least want to upgrade my weapons. Because, you know, the law of RPGs is you always, every town you go to. Yeah, this looks like an item shop to me. Oops. Item shop. Let's just check. Yep, okay, cool.
Maybe the weapon shop's back there?
Yeah.
Did they mark the weapon shop like you did the item shop?
Stardust? Yes.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Alright, well, our house.
Oh, it's his house. Alright.
Okay, first we have to do... Yachts. Yes. Alright, he said whatever you say. Just back here, anything? Check the area. Okay, nothing.
Oh,
There it
there's
is.
a blue.
Okay, so then they do mark it then.
And Stardust?
Yeah, where
Stardust?
is the-
Stardust?
Stone spheres, there
Yes, my memory. See, I forget where like big shops are, but I can remember random things like Stardust.
you go.
Amazing.
Alright, so we got the Master Sword already.
All right,
but she's
Sparkle,
getting new
Sparkle Arrow.
So
Sure.
that would be a substantial upgrade.
Yeah.
for her.
for her.
Triples. Oh, yes. Okay, next. Scale. Yes. I like how it automatically equips and it shows you the stats.
Mm-hmm.
And oh wow. Also, his stats are terrible. Look at that. Look at the difference. With defense.
Mm-hmm. Which is surprising because he was taking hits the best initially, but
Yeah.
maybe not now.
Oh, 8 to 18. What's up with that? Maybe it's, I don't know. Weird. Okay, select rate of physical attack. Well, yes.
Poison guard.
Yeah.
Avoids,
Expensive,
poison.
but I may just get one. Like, find one though. Night guard avoids confusion. Stun guard, bravery. Night guard. So night guard. Is pretty standard. Oh, that's why, because he has a night guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So maybe Night Shield for.
Yep. Okay. And this will be low. It's not gonna be much money anyway, so I might as well just get a poison guard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe throw it on Shauna for now.
And it's unlikely that you would get more than one or two of them from item pickups, right?
It's just the fact that it should be, it could be useful.
Mm-hmm.
And I at least want one. Like, I'll probably get one just from a shop somewhere, or a box somewhere, but it's like, you know, I think it'd be
Yeah.
valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay. Just to have one around. Okay, so that's good, and now for selling armor. Okay, so this is only gonna sell the except for the poison guard. It's only gonna sell the bandana, obviously.
And the short bow.
Yes. And the short bow got replaced with what?
With her new bow, right?
Yeah, there was a new bow you just got for her.
Okay. Okay, then I'll do it. And the leather armor got replaced by a scale armor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that should be everything. And I'm gonna check my inventory list.
Oh, right. Dart's still poisoned.
Yeah.
You want to cure him?
I'm trying to think if there's a cheap way of doing.
That or the inn, probably, right?
Oh, I guess I could go to the inn. How much was the inn cost, though?
I don't know.
Worth
know what?
checking.
I can afford it, and it's healed and everything anyway.
Although, if it's more than 10, it's literally gonna be more worth it just to use the item to heal.
It's just the fact that I also get, healing as well. I'm just stingy. I'm just unnecessarily stingy. Okay, so is here, right? That the one?
Yeah, the yellow arrow is that.
Oh,
Yeah,
only
you do
10.
that, perfect.
Okay, and what? Oh, it only
It
gave
doesn't
me
heal.
heal.
Okay,
Ouch.
so it doesn't heal your stats, so you have to use that anyway.
Okay, well I got 4 of them anyway. Sure.
You can always replace it.
Yeah. Like I said, stingy, and I got 4 of them, and I thought that was overkill. Especially now that I got that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, body purifier. Done. Detoxified. Okay, cool. Alright, next.
Off to the castle.
Off to the castle, yep. Alright, so castle was one of 2 directions. Alright. Great area.
Here we are.
So, music up.
You all set?
That please would be nice, but I'll pull it up.
It's also like you have to kind of guess a little bit as far as how the audio is.
Alright, but yeah, really good for the tone. Essentially, just like Lavitz, Albert is kind of the pinnacle of honorable emperor type, and he's not so much concerned about. He's more concerned about the welfare of the people, and not like power or everything.
That's, I guess, kind of where he gets it from. Lavis gets it from.
Yeah, Lavitz is very much like Albert.
Yeah, we're back from the field. So what do we have to report?
And as you were mentioning earlier, Disc 1 had something to do with Albert and with the person we know.
Yeah.
Albert and Lavitz have something
happens.
going on at the end of Disc 1
Okay.
that you were referencing.
Well, at least we have a little bit of an indication to kind of get started
Yeah.
before we go further.
Yeah,
Alright,
so they are very similar, and they can almost replace each other.
Yeah, I get that idea. So this is a Noish, the minister. Imagine was so dismayed he couldn't see his affairs of state. But yeah, don't tease me that way. He's a friend of mine from childhood. Okay. Yeah, he's good as far as his fighting, that's for sure. So what's been going on? Well, my first knighthood was wiped out, and Catchmason Doran held against my will in the prisons. So yeah, King Elvin's definitely appreciative that we helped. Yeah, if you need anything, let us know. But I have a quest. Can we just take care of from here? What are you talking about? Oh, right, because remember, they attacked, and it's like, what's going on? They could try and go after her again. And it makes me afraid.
Yeah, and he's still like half torn from his search of the black monster.
But still, I get where he's kind of coming from. He's like, I don't want her to get hurt again.
So his mind is half to the past with his childhood with Shauna,
Right.
and half for a like revenge quest. So he's kind of trying to find Shauna a babysitter.
That or just make sure she's safe, make sure she's not captured again.
Yeah.
Nothing you do about the
To be
time
fair, they
required.
did go after her, so.
Sure, exactly. So it's that shading right there. This game seems it has it too. Yeah. Unfortunately, she can't be left here. Even that. Yeah, if the dragons come by, we're not gonna be able to protect her.
Yep, so there's no safe place in Sergio now.
Okay.
As he literally states it. Verbatim.
Yeah. You know she feels about you, yes. Yeah, but just to let you know, it might be more dangerous even here. Are you sure about this?
I don't mind.
As long as I can be with you, don't
Oh,
mind.
isn't that sweet?
Okay. Alright, fine, I take it back, but one last thing.
Anything, my boy.
Alright, so as mentioned, talking about his experience with Black Monster. Yeah, please tell me what happened, okay? Yeah, hardly information left though, unfortunately. The lady was reduced to ash. But he's called the devil that disobeyed the great existence. Known for devouring the god, okay?
7,000 years ago.
Wow.
Oh, nice. It's one of these things.
Cutscene, so you mute.
Yep, go ahead.
As if they were gods, Winglies ruled over all living creatures and used them as slaves. The enslaved suffered a terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned to a flame of fury. Then a gust of wind blew throughout the lands, spreading the flame to a blazing fire. The wind was Emperor Diaz. 7 incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon Campaign. It was a harsh war. Both people and Winglies suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. The age of humans had begun.
Alright, and that is then the Dragon Campaign. We got to see that for sure as well.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if one of those segments would be in this.
Okay.
Because, like, they do a lot of those narrative perspectives, and there's a lot of, like, background lore
Sure.
that gives a lot of the story context.
Okay.
Poor wisest place to think about your future. Castle.
It does have a great view, absolutely sure when we came up.
And she's very polite.
So I guess we're gonna follow her and take a look at that, yes?
Oh yeah, they have that meeting to go to.
Okay, so yeah. As soon as we finish the war meeting, we'll send Lavitz back. Okay, Lavitz, good seeing you. Good meeting you as well.
Wait, can I not go?
Okay, now you can. And there's a nice lookout. That's a great shot. Oh, you're done already, huh? Quick brief
That's
from my
fast.
aid. Most of the people in the village are safe. It'll take time to rebuild this for sure. What else? The door is readying itself to attack. Planning to use the dragon for the offensive.
Good line from him. Now I came back, look at this. I almost lost my second home.
Yeah, it's true. I'm gonna go to Hope with you. What about the Black Monster? He's like, well, we'll focus on this first and then I'll do that.
And you may meet the Black Monster anyway in your travels because, well, it is the Black Monster after all.
Feasibly,
So maybe it's involved in this war.
perhaps.
When Stark makes up his mind, he never changes it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with you, of course. I can't stay in the war either, so I'll fight alongside you.
It's not like she has a home to go back to anyway.
True. Okay, so where do you want to end as far as music and all that?
I guess I would go to his mom and that would be it.
Okay. And just to let you know what I'm going to do on this one, I'm actually going to split this into 2 videos. I'm going to consider this a preview program entry.
Okay, that's fine.
So in that case, do you want a specific thumbnail out for the Legend of Dragoon here? Of something we saw.
What do you say? What do you think?
Well, there's some good shots. We saw the shot out there to the mountains. That's a good one. But it's also your choice. And then I guess with Lunar, I guess we have to have the crying baby.
I guess.
Unless you want something else. If you want something else, tell me you want something else. I'll put something else in there.
Well, it just sounds like it feels just too negative going, wow, it didn't work.
Well, they don't know. It's like, that's the thing. As soon as I have the thumbnail, nobody's going to know what that is until they watch it.
Well, I will have to say that they would be a bit confused.
Oh, that's
Going,
fine.
This doesn't look like Lunar to me.
Well, it is Lunar as far as what it is, but also the case that, fine, why is the baby? It's like, fine. I guess that's the idea. It always has been a fun thing when it comes to deciding on the thumbnail. And Nocturne, I know you've been in this case because I always ask this
More
at the
money,
casts, saying, what do you want as far as a thumbnail to sum the part up, and then also to kind of give something that people might not be expecting, even like adding other stuff in, which is always fun.
Okay, and here is down to the... This will open the door to the, Wait, down here. Yay, okay, opened. So now later on I can go to the other side.
Okay. And actually, now I'm thinking about this, will work perfectly. Split this into two because it's a case of fine about 3.5, 4 hours
Yeah,
for both of them.
that makes sense.
I did say at some point I did want to do the preview program or something, but in this case, as far as the preview programs, we pointed that out. It's always been a case of I'll distinguish them that way when we're preview programming
And
for
this
a
is
longer
like-
time, like 2 hours or so.
And this is a good, like, improv.
Sure, okay, fine. That's the idea of the show, but also especially now because none of us expected to come
So,
to
okay,
this.
so, alright, so now to his... But yeah, that's the Royal Castle music. I think it's like one of the best soundtracks in the game.
As far as
And that's why I wanted to stop there.
Mhm.
Okay, so... And it sets the tone, like, perfectly because Dart and Shauna, just lost their home. And basically they're welcomed by, essentially a king.
Right, with open arms. It's almost like now think about it again, go back to the Lunar thing. The fact that it's like, because that's the same with Hell Mel. It's like, yeah, he welcomed us into Moravia with open arms. He did. He did. He did. He didn't.
I'm going to mount your head on me trophy wall.
He'd still him welcoming us with open arms. He didn't say no, I'm going to kill you.
Well, he kind of,
He was
said
a
he'd
little
kill you,
intimidating.
but
He was
yes.
intimidating, but my point remains. He did
Yes.
do that, and that's not deniable. We have video.
He has a different approach on being welcoming.
Sure. Well, he was that way. All right. So yeah, you go. This is
Wait, what did I miss?
It'll be in the recording.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to be worried about us.
Oh, that we were kidnapped, right? Or
I think so,
in
yeah.
jail.
Feasibly.
In other words, don't worry, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great part. I remember this dialogue. It's... Oh, and who did you bring? Who's this
We got bride
lovely
with
young
you.
lady?
My big baby.
Mom,
Yeah, she's not
she
my
is
bride.
not.
Yeah, he's right. She's
Oh,
not.
don't be shy. What's her name?
Shauna.
Shauna? Shauna, my son is a little awkward and stubborn, but he's a very sweet nature. He's a very sweet nature.
You have a choice. What are we saying? I'd say he is. I'd say good luck, Shauna. But it's your pick. Your game.
I'm thinking good luck.
Your
Yep,
choice.
good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, we all agree. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck to you, Shauna.
Good luck.
You mean it for real? Don't be so silly. Yeah, she's Dart's sweetheart. Oh no! I was like, but he's right. She is. What? Excuse me, but if you don't make it clear, it's gonna hurt her. She's not wrong. Yeah, I'll say so from now on. There you go. Does that mean I'm your girlfriend? That's a good question.
I
Yeah,
said it because otherwise
Lavitz
Lavitz...
will be in trouble. Okay. Yeah, please something like her so I can hold my grandchild in my arms. Alright.
Well, that was awkward as hell, but,
Yeah, you're not child anymore. Yeah, one way and then another way. It's like, I know. And feel free to stay here today, okay?
you could have made your mom happy, but, you had to... You couldn't just have lied and just...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course you have to leave because we have to defend Hoax over there.
Yeah. Back to work, basically, defending the countryside.
We'll have lunch, though. That's for sure. He's like, yeah, I'll give you a hand. I can help you cook. But like, maybe you can. Yeah, my pleasure.
My pleasure. There we go. She's wife material. She
Okay.
can cook.
What are we doing till lunch? I guess at this point this is gonna be the end, right? Now.
We'll do the lunch.
Okay. How long is the lunch gonna take? Just get a sense.
Not 5 minutes.
Okay.
Let's see.
Maybe we should help him.
Help him?
Yeah. Have you ever helped him?
I think you. Let's help around the house.
All right. So what's around?
Okay. So a tour of the room.
Okay. Alright, this is his room, in fact.
Kravitz was a kid once?
Yeah, he
You
was. So he does the cut it through on the top of the wall, so hey, how much have you grown? My mom's room since my father passed away in the war. Okay.
So he is career military.
Okay. Or the library, many books of strategy here. Is in it. He'll open this out, like, find out books are not my deal. Show you my treasure.
Treasure?
Easily going up to the attic. Yeah, you do get a nice view of the castle, as it sound.
Your dream came true. He's like, whatever. I just can't hold back.
Yeah, I think he does know that for sure.
He just doesn't want to admit it.
Well, I think he does want to admit that part, but it's just a case of, what's going on with her.
The princess needs us.
Alright, so he's kind of playing both aspects.
Princess? She's like a baby sister to me,
There you
as
go.
I stated. He is the brooding hero. Not the brooding hero.
Oh yeah, the delicious meals, Mom. Settle down with the bride soon, please.
Dark, shut up, and the
Yeah, we'll figure that
Bye.
specifically. Are you ready to leave? What's that? Give me a look, Mom. You have so much while you're away. I'm tired. I want to stay here for the night. You have a good idea. The bed's ready? Of course, I'll make your bed I make it every day. I'll be upstairs. I'll take your jerky with me. Yeah, I knew it. Come here. you have them. Basically, you had the night set. Okay.
Just say hi to her and go.
Okay. It should take us through a nice 4 hours when I have schedule going on.
Alright, cool. And that's good enough.
Okay.
We're up.
All right. So thank you for that. Thank you for pulling this out at kind of an unexpected case. And as I said, this is going to be our preview program on the Legend of Dragoon for the PlayStation. Specifically, as far as when we'll be able to come back to this to do it for a full show, I don't know when that's going to be. But if nothing else, we're just getting a little bit of a taste now, and also giving a sense of, since we couldn't finish Lunar today, we'll be finishing that game in 2 weeks as we went in that bid. Or Martel, who are you? You blind or what? The baby's crying. Okay, talk about the bookend on Lunar. But in this case, it's not because the game is broken. But as I said, what we're going to do is we're going to come back to Lunar in 2 weeks. I will bring the disc doctor. We will fix it before the program. And we're actually going to run a test on that section to make sure that the cutscene plays. And before we start running. And at that point, then we finish the game next time, 2 weeks from now.
Out of here and save.
Alright, so thank you again for that. And thank you also for the show off of the Legend of Dragoon specifically. Okay. So with that, I think we are ready to talk about the schedule for the
3
show.
hours and 30 minutes. Good time.
For in-game, yeah. As far as the show itself, it's going to be almost 4 when the schedule's done. But yeah, with the stuff we had going on in the Lunar part, I will also make sure that when I edit these will be 2 separate elements, 2 separate videos. The Lunar part that connected to this will be linked below. Same case as far as the Lunar video, just to give a sense of that. But yeah, as I said, thank you for the preview of this. We'll figure at some point we can come back to this game, but we have a little bit of a taste for you for now. And Lunar is right on our docket to start, so we'll come back to that in a few weeks. All right, let's talk schedule then. Because now that we know what's going on with this for the next month or so, I think we're in good shape for certain things, so we kind of go into it. Next week is going to be a Friday program. We're going to be doing it on February 2nd. We're coming into February pretty quick as it is. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Gemini 96. We're going to be continuing the other RPG we got running, Earthbound, for the Super Nintendo. We had to push that one back as it was, but what we're doing next time is we're going to complete the main story. We're going to show off some of the greatest hits of the Japanese version, because we're running the Switch Online port. And then he's going to do an 80% speed run of the game, which is going to take a little over an hour. So that's what's going to be. It's going to be Friday's show, because like, hey, we got to figure as far as what that is as far as that. But that's what was going to be for next week, Friday, February 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The week after that is 3 p.m. at Eastern, 3 p.m. on February 10th. We will be finishing Lunar Silver Star Story complete. That is actually going to be the finale of the game, as it is turning out now. As I mentioned before, I have a disc doctor. We're going to buff disc 2 that he has here. Before we do the show, we will test as far as that, and we'll finish the game. Because of this, though, I'm going to do the PSP showcase for Lunar Silver Star Harmony on my own, and I will append it to the video specifically. So we're going to have a little shorter of the Lunar part for next time, as it is. So I have a little bit of an extra going in. But that's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on February 10th. And with that figure, that means now I can announce, I didn't know last week when this was going to be, when the next Metal Gear Solid 2 part is going to be. That's going to be, I don't know if I'm going to, I might do that a Friday show as well, but I might not. I'll figure that as I get closer to it, but it's going to be either on February 16th or 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, part 2 of Metal Gear Solid 2, Running Substance, as we'll see the next part of that plot. And see what's going on over on the Big Shell for our next run of the game. And then for the end of February, we do have a Friday show that's going to be on February 23rd. That's going to be Edwack and Nikki. They're coming back. She's playing Pajama Sam, No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside, and Putt Putt Goes to the Moon for the PC. I don't know if you played either one of those. Yeah, she's our expert on Humongous Entertainment, and she's going to be playing our next run of the 2 games we got going. They're not very long, so we're going to do them both in a run, and like with this, we're going to stop the stream after we complete the first game in order to switch to the second, and then they'll be stitched into one video because those are not going to go super long. Then we get to March, where there are definitely some changes going on in the schedule because of stuff that's been going on. So because weren't able to finish Earthbound last month, or this month as it is now, soon to be last month, we're going to have the finale in March. We're going to have the first part of the finale in February, and then the actual finale where Gemini 96 is going to be speedrunning the game 100%. We have to figure when the date of that is. We'll have an announcement of that next week, because they'll ask, okay, when is that going to be going on for that? Well, the next part of Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm going to get to Pokemon Violet for the first time. I've actually planned to play it since the first time we played it last April, as it was. And also, to give an update on what I mentioned last week as far as the Snowboard Kids 2 playthrough, we're going to be putting that on hold. We're going to be doing that at another time because of aspects of scheduling and preparation for that. So, in that case, we're going to have something else. I think what I'm going to do, based on the schedule, is, and this is a game we can pull out because we're going to be doing our stuff with Mario. We didn't touch Mario enough as far as on the show. So we're going to be playing more as far as him, except not in the game with Mario in it. It's a game I've been requested by Electverse, but also one I've wanted to get to. Wario Land Super Mario Land 3. I don't know if you're familiar with the Super Mario Land games on the Game Boy. This is the third one where Mario's not playable anymore. Ironically, it's the best in the Mario Land games, if you ask me. And it's going to be a two-part show. We're going to start that at some point in March, because we're only going to need 2 parts for that. We're going to go through that, playing all the levels for that, showing the idea that Wario, yeah, he, after we kicked his ass out of Mario's castle in Super Mario Land 2, when we played that, he wants his own castle. He's going on a treasure hunt over on Kitchen Island in order to get the money he needs in order to do it, and defeat some evil pirates along the way. So that's going to be where we're going to be starting in March for that, and March 30th, I know the date on this one. The other ones are going to be up in the air. I'm going to have a Friday part on something for March. I'm going to acknowledge at least 1, maybe 2, but I'll keep you updated as we go. But March 30th, we're going to be playing the April Fool's Day game. We're playing for this year Justice League Task Force for the Super Nintendo, which is a fighting game with DC characters. It was an early game developed by Blizzard. Yeah, way before they were doing stuff like StarCraft and Warcraft.
Diablo 2.
And Diablo 2,
Diablo
they made
franchise.
this. What?
Diablo franchise, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it was before Diablo 1 as well, because it was 1995 when Justice League Task Force came out. It's a 2D fighting game at a time when fighting games were all the rage. It's a stiff game. It's also kind of a debatable one as far as how bad a game is. I mean, I don't think it's bad of what I've played of it. It's just not the kind of fighting games where play stuff like Street Fighter 2 or Mortal Kombat. Fine, even Mortal Kombat stiff if you go back to the first one. But that being said, we're going to have our aspect as far as the April Fool's Day show, where we play a game that's either not very good, one that might give a good laugh, or one that maybe there's a question. Sometimes that's, I think, what I've realized is kind of a fascinating thing when it comes to that idea of the question of, like, what makes a good game or bad game. Is it really? Some people might like it or not. And honestly, that's kind of an interesting point for that. And I will also actually announce next year's April Fool's Day show. I've already set it for 2025. That is going to be for Plumbers Don't Wear Ties Definitive Edition. I got it in the mail last week. I played through it. We can't show it as far as the nudity in it because of the censoring, which is hilarious. The game is one of those brace yourselves games. I am so happy I bought this game. It is also one of those rare cases where it's a limited run release where they have not done the digital version. They had to delay it. It is not available on any of the digital storefronts on the PC, Xbox Series S and X, PS4, PS5, and Switch. I have the Switch version physically. You're going to have to see that game to believe it. It is an FMV game that's not completely FMV. It's mostly still images going over a kind of dating sim where you get John and Jane together, and it is bizarre. But this release is a fantastic release. It is also a case where I'm going to say this. It is a better port to the Switch than Final Fantasy IX and Chrono Cross, which I did not think was possible, which is a different case than saying whether it's a good game or not. But that being said, they took this game that is one of those infamous games of the 90s, and they really put it into a context. When we play that game, we're going to go through the game. It's not very long. We'll be able to show all the decisions, which is only about 6 decisions to make in this game for the story. We'll show them all off, and then we're going to show off all the documentary videos, of which there's 25, and it is a fascinating document, but also as a little bit of a bonus, because we had an FMV show a couple years ago with Slam City with Scotty Pip, and I tossed in Sewer Shark as an extra. We're going to look at the FMV game, perhaps the most important FMV games, and one of the most important games of all time, because I have it on Switch as well. Night Trap. Are you familiar with Night Trap? Either of you?
I've heard of it
I know you
because of
I
controversy.
think you showed me a little bit of it before.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, go on.
And you have talked at some length about it with me in the past.
Right, and we've mentioned it on the show before. It is one of the most important video games ever made, and I mean that in all seriousness. It gets it right up. You're
For
saying
historical reasons, right?
for historical reasons, for a lot of reasons. The idea of FMV gaming, it is actual FMV gaming, unlike Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, but also the case that because of that game, Mortal Kombat and Lethal Enforcers, we have a rating system in this industry, and however like Nintendo said back then, Night Trap will never appear on a Nintendo console, we're playing it on the Nintendo console. And the reason, by the way, if you're saying, why am I making this announcement now, we're doing it next year, I want to be set so I can at least show a decent amount of stuff with Night Trap. I don't know if I'll be able to beat it, but I'm going to try. Because it's a fascinating one. It really is. And it's one of those games that is said, the controversy is one thing as far as its potential violence, but also the case of, is it actually a good game or not? There's kind of like a back and forth. But it is kind of interesting what you have to do. Basically, watch the movie and like set off traps in the house. You also have to pay attention where the plot is in order to say, hey, you know, they're gonna change the color code, so you have to be there at the right time. And feasibly, they also give you an option for a bad ending if you want to have that case, and then you get berated for that. But that is a fascinating one, and I'm gonna have that as a double bill for 2025. But I just want to give that element now because I got a Plumbers Don't Wear Ties in the mail the other day. As far as April's concerned, we're gonna have. Some of this is going to be a little up in the air. We'll have the next parts of Wario Land for the finale of that, and part 4 of Metal Gear Solid 2. We'll have been done with the plot by then, so we'll probably start at Snake Tales. And for the last part, for the story, we'll show us the skateboarding. But I got to talk to Edwack and Nikki, because I want them on feasibly if they're going to be able to do it or willing to. I think they'll be willing, but we'll have to figure schedule on this. For the finale of Pokemon Violet, because they're the reason I own this game. They bought it for me. I want them to have the defense of this Pokemon game, the most infamous one, the most broken one, as it is, and that's unfortunately not deniable anymore given how the DLC fell flat on its face. Especially the last one, the point where they pulled a Mass Effect 3 and said, people don't like the way the story ended, so here's this free epilogue for you. On top of bugs and glitches that they actually are fixing next week with a patch for... I'm trying to remember what the context of this was. It's there's a giveaway they're giving as far as one Pokemon or something, but there's a specific item you need. The other version doesn't have it, and they forgot that, so fine, we're going to have a fix for this. The patch is coming out next week, it's worth pointing out.
Yeah, it's,
you know what it is?
It's like Shieldon's item that's only available in Violet, I think.
Sure.
Unless you're doing like Union Circle functions.
Sure.
From your Scarlet game playing with someone who has Violet.
Sure, but they kind of forgot about that, so it's fine. They're going to do a fix on that. And for every one of the Pokemon Violet parts, we were running 1.0. I've not patched the game. It's basically the way they sold the game, even without its day one patch. So that's going to be the case. I'm going through the story. I'm not doing the DLC. I said to Edwack, I said, if you want to do the DLC, that's on you. I'm not touching it specific, but we'll have that element. And April, as far as Nocturne's concerned, we have an idea, I think, of what we want to do. Nocturne, you want to tell them what we're going to have as the game you're going to do next?
Yeah, so I have a copy of Croc for Sega Saturn, but I haven't actually played it yet. I'm planning to do a blind run.
Okay.
Or at least mostly blind.
Yeah, are you familiar with Croc Legend of the Gobos?
No.
Okay, it is actually... It's an interesting one. It's a 3D platformer from Fox Interactive. It was developed by Argonaut, the team that made Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. And actually... They broke off of Nintendo from Nintendo sort of over this game because it was a Yoshi game, and there's the thought potentially that Nintendo looked at what they're making on this and ripped that off to make Super Mario 64, which came out first. And then the year after, with license changes and things like that, I guess, from what I've understood. I'll have those stories on this. They made it for PlayStation and Sega Saturn. I have it on the PlayStation where the disc doesn't work that great. She has the Sega Saturn version. So she said, hey, I want to do a blind play of this. I was like, okay, great, because, hey, I'm blind playing Pokemon, Violet. So I was like, okay, worth doing that. And if we can line this up specifically, we might feasibly have 3 collectathon platforms going concurrently. I'll talk to Edwack with Banjo-Kazooie, because he's the one doing that. That's all his. I'll talk when we can do that. Stay tuned for a couple updates on that in a few weeks. May, we have our compilation program as far as the classic game compilation. My first one is the Title Legends. We're playing the Xbox version. We'll face Metal Gear Solid 2 that month. And also, at long last, I've been prepping for this one. In May, we're gonna kick off summer right. We are starting Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube. Rich Sabri wanted to see this game. I'm sorry it took so long for us to get to it. As I mentioned, the Crusader 64 and Surrender Antonio, they said they want to come in on this, but they also said based on scheduling of themselves, that we're not going to be able to guarantee the idea of being on every part, so do this game without us. But I said, okay, fine. But if you're ever in town, as far as that, like, hey, I'm going to tell them when I'm doing each part. It's like, hey, we're going to be around, come by. They'll be on. But I'm getting ready for that game. I'm doing 120 shines. I'm practicing that game every day at work, as it's been, except when Chip's Challenge got ported to Switch a couple days ago. But I was like, yeah, get all the shines. Gemini 96 has been a godsend as far as a lot of background information, a bunch of different things with that game. All my coworkers were giving their insights as far as this game. And also, fun fact, it is the favorite Mario game of Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario in that game, and he's since retired, but he does have voices in the remake of Mario vs. Donkey Kong that's out next month, and also the remake of Luigi's Mansion 2, and I guess the remake of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door that's out later this year as well. But yeah, yes, Charles Martinet, the original voice of Mario, Sunshine is his favorite, so we're gonna give that perspective. And that's kind of what we're looking at. As far as other stuff I got going on, I think I mentioned at one point, I'm gonna have 2 shows, 2 weekends. I'm actually not gonna be here at least. Well, fine, one I know I'm not gonna be able to be here. That's gonna be in September. I might have one in June, I don't know. I'm gonna figure that. But for the one in September, I'm not gonna leave you hanging just because I'm not gonna be on that week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a recording off screen of a couple speedruns of games we played for the show before. I was also toying feasibly doing a play of God of War because I would have to do that off screen because of its nudity reasons. The Crusader 64 suggested that. I think what I want to do is I want to do a couple of speedruns of some shorter games, some classic 16-bit, 8-bit games that we played for the show already. I'm thinking some of the Sonic games we played, World of Illusion, which I sort of did one already with the Mickey Mouse portion of that, and some other stuff. Put that into a little bit of a collection, and then also make it so that I basically premiere it on the YouTube site at the 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time show we usually go on for Twitch. That's my thought. As I mentioned also, Raps Musical Adventure, I want to start that in July. We're going to actually have a little bit of a, well, actually, not completely as far as breaking RPGs, because I kind of have 3 going right now. Pokemon, Lunar, and Earthbound. So we're sort of going to have that. But that's kind of what things are looking like. As I said, also other stuff, Delisted Xbox Live Showcase in November, and Shenmue in December as far as other things, and other stuff that you want to see. And we'll figure that. But of course, most pertinent to us right now as far as the 3 of us and Blood Spice Moon. We did text earlier saying, by the way, the game's not working. 2 weeks we're going to be playing and finishing it that way. And I will do the...
And you said in 2 weeks?
It's 2 weeks. That's
okay.
It's February 10th at 3 p.m. And I said, what I'll do is we'll come early. I will have the disc doctor ready to go. We'll fix that. We'll test it. And also for the PSP showcase I was planning, I'm going to do that off screen. I will record that off screen, and I will append it to YouTube Insight version for the purpose of that. So you have a little something extra and also something worth watching for everybody here. Based upon this, I said, fine, I have to make an executive decision now. That's the executive decision I'm going to have to make. But that is what our schedule's looking like for the next couple months. Thank you so much, Rover, for playing Lunar as much as we did, and also giving us a great preview on the Legend of Dragoon, which if you like what you're seeing on the Legend of Dragoon, we'll figure we'll come back to this. And if you have a PS3, PS4, PS5, you can download that. No problem. We're going on PlayStation specifically. It's a good one.
This is a fairly longer game, though.
It's very long. So we're gonna. That's why I'm saying I'm not going to commit right away as far as when we can do this, because that's going to be a tough one to figure scheduling out. But that being said, we'll figure that and figure anything else you got.
Like, if you know what you're doing, it's going to be 50 hours.
Yeah, that's going to be the question. But this is going to be a way down the road. But I'll say this:
Speedrun 50 hours.
What is the speedrun in this game? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm joking.
Down here is going to be a speedrun, an indication saying what's the speedrun time for this, the fastest time around this game. I don't know what it is, but I'll at least give me something to edit.
Like any percent?
I'll give indication on both. We're talking this right now. I'll give an indication on both, saying 80% is this and 100% is this. Because hey, we've been doing that.
I haven't seen too many speedruns on this.
Well,
I was surprised to see a Lunar speedrun. It was unofficial, but it was good to see that someone decided
wants to run the game.
That unofficially just ran it, and they ran it as I will try to play it fast. They didn't take it seriously, but they had a strategy and they did it well.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, also next week we are going to have a speedrun on the show of the 80% of Earthbound and then the 100% of it in March. But yeah, as I said, we'll be back to Lunar in 2 weeks. We'll make sure it goes as far as disc. If not, if that doesn't work, I don't know how I'll handle that. But we'll figure it out.
I think we'll figure it out.
I think we'll figure it out. But that being said, we're not going to leave that game hanging. And we should get a preview of this, and this is the last thing I'll end on, which is, because we have a game like this is long, and I don't know when we're going to be able to do it. I like the fact that we have like a little bit of a preview to give a sense of a little bit of taste. We did that with Shadow Hearts Covenant, which we're starting in October, by the way. I think that's the thought right now with the Crusader 64 and Chasm 22. Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo, which I showed off with here not a couple of weeks ago, and now with the Legend of Dragoon. But thank you so much to both you Nocturne and to you Protorova for sure for showing us both of these, and Blood Space Moon for sure. In that case, we will see you in 2 weeks for the finale, for real this time, of Lunar Silver Star Complete for the PlayStation and the extra stuff appended. And with that, I will see you next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Gemini 96 for the finale starting also, not quite. But the next part of Earthbound for the Super Nintendo. Until then, keep being awesome. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for watching Super Bowl Game Saturday. Take care.
See ya.
See ya.